this week. And I was like, I'm running Curse of Strahd, but I don't need miniatures because it's online. But these are very fancy. Maybe I do need these.
Are these the kind of miniatures that you have to paint yourself?
No, they are pre-painted. They're pre-painted, which means they don't look amazing. But you know.
Well, they look better than if I painted them.
Yes, that is true. One of my friends is very good at painting miniatures, but he won't paint miniatures for us. I have like a few things that he has painted. I've always felt bad. Dan has one of his characters that he ran for many levels. Our friend Evan made and painted a miniature for him, but it stays in Evan's house when Dan's not using it because Evan wants it. So
that's
just
funny.
saying.
This is why Lego minifigures is a lot easier.
It is. But yeah, just making time.
There's a pause in a conversation like every 7 minutes. That's just like the natural flow of things.
Yeah.
Now I remember when I was first starting grad school, and we had a mixer, and we were all supposed to be chatting and getting to know each other. Everyone's like bantering for a little bit and back and forth and reacting, and then like the first deadly silence hits among a bunch of people who barely know each other, and we all just kind of, until someone said, every 7 minutes there's supposed to be a silence. And I don't know if that's true or if that's just something he said to kickstart the conversation again, but I have taken great comfort in the idea that eventually conversations cycle around to everyone's like, I've thought about what you said. What shall I say?
It does feel like a very graduate student thing to say.
Yeah.
Take that, grad students. You've made horrible life decisions, and now I punched out. Haha.
Almost there.
It's all good. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's
No
Sunday.
worries.
We're just
Sunday snakes.
Yep.
Sunday swimming snakes. Is that
I
what it
would
needs to be?
do a murder if I could go swimming again. Oh my god.
Hey there, YouTube.
I'm starting to run low on Taskmaster
Okay.
episodes, and I'm concerned what happens when I run out.
The new season's about to start.
Yeah.
But they're only gonna release like one a week, right? I've been watching one a day.
There is a fun YouTube thing called No More Jockeys that Alex Horn, Tim Key, and Mark Welders are doing.
Okay, because I'm gonna need something.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Can you do your traditional turning off your camera and turning it back on again?
For you, such a deal.
The Tony, they call it.
The Tony maneuver.
Oh.
Or is that the Cinderella maneuver?
Because
I think
now
it's probably the Cinderella.
I gotta resize my window. Everybody's quiet except for I can see Lisa moving.
Tony
I know
frozen, or is it just me?
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah, Tony's
frozen.
Either that or
Or he's
he's
messing
really
with
messing with us.
It's
It's a
like
great
the end
pose,
of,
though.
it's the police squad end.
That's the Cindelar maneuver right there.
Yeah. Dear.
Okay, well, we'll wait for Tony then. And he's gone! Now everything's ruined again.
Wow.
The Sunday of technical difficulties and
Wow,
sadness.
I'm so sorry.
But we haven't
Smudge
started
my house.
really the it's not you.
I'm the only piece of this that is brand new.
Well, this happened last week too, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's not me. Cool.
Hey, it's
All right.
Tony!
Yay!
I think it was my internet heard about what your internet was doing. Jason was like, "This, hey, that sounds nice."
It's the best.
I'm tired of working all day.
All right. I hope people are still recording.
Yep.
For 20
Whatever.
minutes.
And why don't we start it all again and we'll do it right this time. How about that?
Well, with introductions and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just make note. We are starting at 3:24 after the hour, or 24 after the hour.
324 minutes after the hour.
Oh my god. I can't work under these conditions.
And
right.
it's accurate, just a different hour.
Yeah. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. We are here today to continue our adventures in the Fantastic Adventures PDF put out by the kind folks at Sly Flourish. If you're looking for some mini adventures to run for your friends, family, or close enemies, check out the Fantastic Adventures. Today, we are playing the adventure of the Flesh Eaters. We're continuing that adventure. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and then we will jump into things. First up, assuming his computer is working, it is Jason Snell.
Hi, my computer is working, and I am playing Cool Cat, who loves to rock and roll and dance and sing, and he's a Tabaxi bard who is annoying yet also creepy.
Okay. Next up, I also hope that his computer is working, but I'm not going to say that for everybody. It's Monty Ashley.
Hi, I'm Monty Ashley. I'm playing Krong, a bugbear rogue who keeps telling everybody about how he is a nightmare monster. Nightmare monster, nightmare monster, nightmare
Remember, Monty, it's important to show that you're a nightmare monster as well as tell.
Okay.
Oh no, my flesh. Next up, from far away in the land of Scots, it is James Thompson.
I play Pascal, a gold-plated steel defender panda, and his gnome sidekick, Samson.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I gave implies a level of agency that is not accurate. I was unable to stop James from creating a robot panda to accompany his gnome. Also joining us from sunny California, it is Lisa Smizer. Hi, Lisa.
Hi there. I play a cleric named Gwendiel, and she apparently speaks Draconic, which may or may not come in handy over the next 2 hours.
It came in handy in the first 2 hours, or at least some of them. And also joining us, I think I got everybody's special guest filling in for Erica Ensign, filling in for Liz Mile, filling in for other incomparable loved ones. It's Kathy Campbell. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, I'm super excited to be here playing Etheline, who is a high elf ranger and really, really loves the vegetarian dumplings that can only be found in Whitesparrow.
Vegetarian dumplings. Ask for them in Whitesparrow. Also, don't look at the hand.
Nope.
All right. We are continuing our Flesh Eaters adventure. Sorry, excuse me. We are continuing our Flesh Eaters adventure. You all have been investigating a strange attack on some of the outlying people who live in and around Whitesparrow by some strange lizard folk acting in a way untraditional for lizard folk who have for a while lived at least a maybe not peacefully, at least unadversarial relationship with the nearby mainly human settlement of Whitesparrow. You traveled into the woods, you traveled into the jungle, you found, in addition to the stable hand that the lizard folk had killed, they also seemed to be killing some other lizard folk. Around that time, you were surrounded and escorted by a large group of lizard folk warriors to a tribe, to a village where you met with the tribe, you met with the chieftain, and he told you a little bit about what's going on with complicated lizard folk internal politics. Some of you are not feeling great from your trips through the jungle and have taken of the natural lizard folk beverage coffee, which has complicated or enhanced some people's experiences in the jungle. So, oh my gosh, I forget the name of the lizard folk guide who is going to guide you on things. He had a funny name. What was it?
There's Elder Oreth. There's Biz.
Biz.
Yep.
Biz. Totally a name I made up on the
Like
spot.
business.
Except it's spelled with an H. Biz.
Yes.
Because he's a Dungeons and Dragons name. I'll put a... Just gonna...
There's two members of the party with gratuitous apostrophes in their names, so we can't point fingers.
Yeah, I know. All right, there we go. Biz now has a label. So he has nourished you with coffees. He has told you that Biz can serve as your guide, and he has told you a little bit about where he thinks the Flesh Eaters have gone, or specifically this strange tribe of lizard folk who, have gotten into some alternative worship practices. They may have fallen in with a dark god. It's, these things happen. But specifically, the swimming snake clan has seemed to have chosen a different way. So, anything else you wish to do while you're here in the lizard folk camp? It has been suggested that you don't hang around too long because other lizard folks from other tribes are coming to negotiate as they try and figure out what to do with the swimming snake clan. Though the elder has said that it may be weeks before they come to a consensus.
My concern is that we have some people for whom the coffees did not work and they're exhausted.
I have
exhausted.
2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So I have disadvantage on
I
ability
too.
checks, and I move at half speed.
I think they should just keep drinking it and see what happens.
Are you volunteering to carry us if it doesn't work out?
Well, I'm volunteering to sort of like pull a bush over the top of your body.
Wow.
I have a feeling we probably will need them. I don't know.
Yes.
Just a guess.
I think I'll be fine. I say we go.
I will point out that the next level of exhaustion is where it gets real bad. The first 2 levels are just kind of like you're weary. Disadvantage on ability checks, certainly inconvenient. Speed that's very inconvenient. The next level is that you're disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah, that's real bad.
The next level after that, hit point maximum halved. Next level after that, speed reduced to 0. You can't move. And the level after that, it's the big one, death. So, that's right. If you drink too much magic coffees, you could die or be really great.
I need a nap. I need a nap. Is there a nap room I could go to for a little bit?
Yeah. How do we clear the exhaustion?
Yeah. That's
Eventually, we
Short
sleep.
rest?
Yeah.
I
We
think-
don't long
a
rest.
long-
The message we're
Alright.
getting is there is no way to clear it.
Unless you have some kind of magical ability to deal with it. Maybe a cleric would have some kind of thing, but probably not. A long rest.
Okay, so with the caveat that I'm really new to what I can do as a cleric.
Yeah.
As a player, what options do I have as a cleric, Tony?
If
What
you
can I
had,
do?
well, as a cleric, you would be well versed in the arts of medicine and would suggest that these people need a long rest, unless you happen to have some kind of spell that removes a level of exhaustion.
Okay, so if I look through my spells, the ones I can cast all the time, guidance, light, and sacred flame, none of those will work.
So
But I also have Cure Wounds and I have Healing Word at my disposal. Could I use either one of those?
Let me just check.
I think save
Looks
those
like-
till we're actually injured.
Yeah, I think.
and I was going to suggest that one thing we could try. So the coffees is it basically you get to take a chance, and either you are not exhausted or you go another level down. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah,
That was the mechanism there.
I would suggest that probably you should just push on.
Yeah.
With
Let's do
Could
it.
we take a flask
because-
of it with us?
yeah,
In
sure.
case?
Look,
Yeah,
we're spending way too much time on this.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Out of character,
But-
can we go?
Isn't that the
Yeah.
total party kill mantra?
Let's
Really?
go.
Can we talk about this just a little bit longer?
Yeah.
You know,
Biz-
I think
Biz
we
says
really
we-
need to
we-
make
Biz
sure.
says-
We must go.
Can we talk
Yeah,
long
Biz-
enough before we get less tired?
Biz tells
Is that
Gwendiel,
what it's trying
let's
to
talk
say?
about this on the road.
All right.
Biz
But I'm
Biz
so
does.
tired.
I know.
Biz. Biz.
Yeah, Biz does. He prepares several to-go cups of coffee. So, all right. So you trudge through the jungle again. Thankfully, I guess with the swampy jungle. Thankfully, with Biz, it is much easier going, and he is lenient on your frail non-lizard folk stamina by choosing the easiest of paths through the swamp, leading you deeper into the great swamp toward the place where the swimming snake tribe is supposed to have camped out. So after an hour or so of travel, the swamp kind of breaks way, and you see a large set of cliffs ahead of you, high cliffs with kind of a crevasse, a cleft in the cliffs where the path leads. Let me show you that on
Right.
a map.
I see it.
Show some. Mm-hmm.
We're still
Look
Look at
following
those
you.
cliffs.
Let's see.
Oh, there we go. It's loading now.
Yep.
I see.
I'm not quite seeing it. I am seeing ethylene on the path.
All right. It may take a little while to pop in, and you may need
Yeah,
to scroll
little
up to the
true.
top of the map.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There
everyone's
we
moving their
go. A
tokens
little bit
around.
more.
Let me add Biz to the map.
Mm-hmm.
Biz says, "I think this is where we part ways."
Why? Why are you leaving us?
Don't go, Biz.
But we've become so attached to you in our journey. Please don't
Have
leave
the
us.
coffee.
You have become such a memorable character.
I am concerned that those who go into the cleft will not return alive. I will return.
But you
now
brought us to the cleft. Why?
I will return to tell your tale should you die here.
I would like to try to persuade Biz to come with us.
All right.
Using all of my
I'm gonna say
charisma.
Yep.
And
I will say
persuasion.
that's gonna be a difficult persuasion. I think that's gonna be a DC 15, because he's seen you all in action, and several of yours. You know, he saw how slow Krong was. Also, I suspect some of you, whether you were exhausted or not, complained the entire way through the jungle. Yep. So, cool cat, persuasion check, which theoretically you are good at because you are a tabaxi bard with a giant orange mascot head.
20.
All right. Blue says, cool cat. He puts his hand on your shoulder. It will be an honor to die at your side.
There we go.
Yay!
You won't die, Biz. You're going to survive, and you're going to get your child that medication. And then he's going to go to Warlock school, just like you always hoped. You've got so much backstory now.
You may be thinking of someone else. I am not with child yet, but when I do have a young one, I do hope they will grow up to be a warlock. The way of a warrior is not the life I choose for anyone of my children.
That was very poor yes ending, Biz. I am extremely disappointed.
Yes, and I will try to do better in the future.
Yeah. All right. Biz says, "I will see you through the cleft and no further." So, the cleft is a narrow path here through the cliffs. It looks like you're probably going to need to go a single file, and it does. I would say everything about this suggests that this is kind of a choke point where it, likely would be a place that one might guard and or ambush unsuspecting adventurers who would walk single file to their
I
death.
hate to be those guys.
Wait, I have a light spell that I can cast at will.
Yep.
I touch an object that's no larger than 10 feet in dimension, and the object sheds a bright light in a 20-foot radius.
All right.
Light for them.
Is it that dark in there?
Does somebody have any?
It's shadowy.
Well,
Shadowy. So
we can see a lot of us could
comfortably throw and cast the spell on.
a lot of
I will
us
tell
can
you
see in the dark, so we might be just revealing our position.
The classic thing to cast light on, Lisa, would be a pebble or a coin or something like that, which is a good way to illuminate things. But on the other hand, it does also totally announce, oh, there's someone here casting light on things.
Why don't you cast light on Biz
Okay.
and we send him
let's
first?
also discuss
Brilliant.
Well, actually, okay, so we need to discuss this as a party. Do you guys want me to cast the light spell so we can see what's in the crystal?
I can see in the dark.
Which of
I
us
can too.
Which of us cannot see in the dark? Then you're the one who decides if you want to use light, because the rest of us don't need it.
Do all of you see? All of you? Gwendale is the one human person hanging out with this weird group of. Yeah, I guess you got a gnome, a high elf, a cool cat, and a
robot.
Yeah.
And a robot.
Yeah.
Let me just check. Can Biz see in the dark? Biz cannot see in the dark, but
Well, so we have Gwendale and Biz in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hang out in the back with my tiny little armor class hit points. That's
right. Krong and Samson in the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And Pascal.
I am moving at half speed.
Yep. So you're in the backy back.
No, I'm in the front.
So who's
Yes, determining the rate. That means all of you basically have. I don't know if that was like a thing in Boy Scouts. At least you put the slow people in front and they set the pace. Otherwise, you get all spread out and murdered by orcs in the jungle.
You went to different Boy Scouts.
That's a Weebelows lesson.
Yeah. Nope. To be fair, I went to Boy Scout camp in Rhode Island, so it may be a little bit different than other places.
More orcs up there for sure.
Yeah, Rhode Island is like 80% orcs.
We mostly have Sasquatches out here.
Yeah. Yes, the orc of the Pacific Northwest.
So I'm gonna
All
drop
right.
I'm gonna drop the cast light idea since it might actually hurt your eyes.
All right.
And only benefits me. And let you guys go ahead.
I'm going to give
There.
access. All of you have the ability to move the biz token as needed. All right. So you head into the crevasse. I'm moving you around there. Everyone's good? All right. I am going to say, Krong, why don't you bring your token down to around there?
Like that?
Yep, that's there. You are marching around. Does anyone want to make a perception check, or do you want to just forge ahead?
I think a perception check might be sensible.
Yeah, I'll do perception.
I
I've got a
rolled
plus-
18 plus 3, 21.
You just as you are getting there, you detect up ahead. You see a little. There's kind of a nook up above Samson, and you see like the shifting, movement of a lizard folk lurking on a little cliff halfway up the cliffside, and he sees you, and suddenly there are javelins raining down upon all of you.
Hey,
Good
free
news.
javelins.
Yeah,
Oh,
good news.
that perception
Free
really
javelin.
helped.
Yep.
Well,
It
now
means
we
they
know
don't
where the
get a sur-
javelins came from.
Yep, they do not get a surprise round, and they are not hidden, is what it means. I imagine that all of you are probably a little bit closer together if you want to like move Gwendiel and Cool Cat and Etheline into the cleft. That's something you want to do.
So,
Alright.
how high
All right.
above us are these people?
They're about 15 feet up.
Okay.
All right. So why don't all of you roll initiative?
Okay.
What dice do I use for that?
D20.
D20.
Cropping the video for an oddly shaped map.
Sorry.
Nope, it's all good. I was just like, why don't you move Cool Cat? Well, because I'm cropping a
Apparently.
video of a very tall, narrow map now. But yes,
That's right.
Oh boy.
I rolled a super high 3.
I rolled a 1.
right.
3.45.
You say you probably have a modifier to your
Okay, how do I
initiative.
find the modifier?
It's
What's
next
that?
to your armor class on the character sheet.
So, character sheet. Armor is 18.
Next to it is initiative.
Okay, that's plus 3. So this gives me 4.
4. Join me at 4.
Yeah, okay, so let me fill it out. 4. There we go.
Who wants to be in charge of biz? Probably not someone who is managing a stream or a robot or otherwise things.
I'll do biz. What's biz do?
All right. So Biz just got let me roll initiative for Biz. Biz got an 18. Biz is very alert.
Yes.
Wow.
I will tell you, Monty, I can roll for you as needed, but Biz has multi-attack. He likes to bite things. He has a club. He has a javelin. He has a spike shield. They're all pretty similar.
Okay.
Aside from, some of them are obviously javelins are distance. Club and spike shield, remarkably similar, but thematically different.
Can he climb up walls?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. He has stealth and survival and perception. I mean, these creatures are similar creatures to him, and they climbed up a wall. So, yeah. All right. Let me sort by initiative order. Oh, sorry. What did Biz get? Biz got an 18. Do you see him in the order there?
He's down at the bottom with a 0.
Okay. Let me type in an 18 for him.
Oh,
Biz is going to go first. Pascal doesn't actually go in the order. He goes on Samson's turn. So your order of battle will be Biz, followed by Etheline, followed by the lizard folk trying to murder you, followed by Cool Cat, followed by Gwendiel, followed by Krong, and Samson, Jotham, and Pascal at the end. So Monty, Biz is first. Biz senses the smell of similar creatures to him in the cliffs above. How does Biz react?
Leaps at the wall, climbs straight up it at what I believe is a guy right here, and is going to try to bite him. Ah.
All right. Give
Do
me
not
all
kill
of
my
Biz's,
beloved friends, he shouts.
all of Biz's beloved. Wow. Okay. Things are moving fast.
That
Cool
Biz
Cat
has
is
plus.
very persuasive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of Biz's attacks are +4 to hit.
Okay. A total of 6.
He chomps at that lizard folk. That lizard folk kind of squeezes behind his shield. How about Biz bashes him with a shield?
All right. Probably shouldn't have been shouting that stuff while trying to bite.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
imagine.
Arr.
Oh, much better. A 7.
All right. Biz so far is very intimidating, but has not done a lot. Etheline, you are next. You were at the back of the party. You see some lizard folk moving around. I will tell you, if you're trying to do a ranged attack from down on the path, it is going to be with disadvantage because they are they're kind of peering down over you and they're hard to hit. But that may be the safest place to be versus climbing up there.
Is going to be what I am going to do.
All right.
So I rolled a 2, so I'm not even going to bother.
All right.
Roll in a second. Yep.
Your arrow rattles off of the rocky cliff sides, failing to connect with any lizards or your friends, in case you wanted to curry favor with the lizards.
Which, tempting.
All right. Lizards are next. Well, first up, Monty has put Biz in the line of fire here. So this lizard is going to try and whack Biz with a heavy club and then bite Biz. Let's see. Oh, no. He hits Biz with both attacks. Biz has taken 8 damage. Monty, Biz starts with 22 hit points. Do you mind tracking that?
All right. Got it. 22. He's taken 8 at 14.
Yeah, not great. The other lizard folk decide to rain javelins down upon the people in the crevasse. So, Krong, 2 javelins coming your way. A critical fail and a 14.
14 is my armor class.
Oh, 5 piercing damage. It gets you right in the leg.
No, Tony.
Okay.
Tony?
Yeah?
Bardic Inspiration. Can I use cutting words to try and make that miss? Krong?
Remind me how cutting words works.
A creature within 60 feet makes an attack roll or a damage roll. I can expend one of my Bardic Inspiration die and subtract the number from their roll.
All right, what number are you subtracting from the roll? Is it an integer?
And are you saying anything cool?
It's a D6, and I go, miss!
Yeah.
And it was his armor class, so it doesn't really matter.
It does not. All right. Krong, your tasteful tiny pants are torn as a javelin whiffs by them, but fails to take any of your leg with it as it plunges into the ground. And free javelin. All right. Samson Jotham, you have javelins coming for you. 20 and 13.
20 will hit.
All right. Right in your little gnome arm for 5 piercing damage.
Ow.
The last lizard folk, he's up here. I'm going to say that he can't easily see Gwyndiel because Gwyndiel is right below him. So he's going to throw javelins at Cool Cat and Etheline. My orange dice is for Cool Cat because Kill Cat is orange.
Mm-hmm.
Cool Cat, 9 probably does not hit you.
Nope.
Etheline, 14?
Is my armor class.
5 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Cool Cat, it might be boomerang time, or if you have learned anything more effective than boomerang.
Well, you said that my range is going to be at a disadvantage because they're high up.
Yep.
Can I? Well, so Biz was climbing up to those guys. Can I climb up to those guys?
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
I'm going
then.
to tell you, it will be a DC 10 athletics check.
I'm Cat. Although athletics and not acrobatics, it's a little bit trickier for me. But I am a dexterous cat. So why is my but that's strength based and not. Is there nothing I could do that is more on my feline, using my feline agility?
You know what?
Parkour up it.
I will say, I feel like they should. I mean, maybe this is somewhere else in a tabaxi thing you can say. Let's say it's an athletics check, but you have advantage because you are cat-like.
All right.
Certainly, if you were to fall while trying to climb, you would not take any damage. I will say you are. But yeah, it is the weird thing where, like, I think they assume that you do all your climbing with your upper body or something, which I believe is not actually how you're supposed to do climbing.
It does require strength.
Yeah, that's why I'm bad at it in real life. My climber friends are like, it's not about upper body strength. And I'm like, is it about strength somewhere else? Because that's also not,
You got yourself up there somehow.
Yeah.
If you had
been
tail,
stairs,
you
I
could
still don't.
climb easily.
Yeah.
A 12.
All right, you're up. I did not ask you where were you trying to climb up, but
this guy.
You climb. All right. You climb up and you are in the face of a lizard folk. He looks startled that there's suddenly a large orange cat person there.
Yes, and now I'm going to attack him. I have a couple of short swords here, and so I'm going to do my dual attack on him.
More than 2 seems superfluous.
20 to hit.
All right. Oh, you get him right in the side with a short sword attack.
So that's 9 damage.
Oh, he does not like that.
And I miss with the second attack.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. By a comical amount, apparently.
Yeah.
A number we won't say to spare everyone the embarrassment. So there are 4 little nooks that the lizard folk have been hiding in. Biz, your lizard folk friend, has climbed up into one. Cool Cat, he level you. The Tabaxi Bard has climbed up to another. The 2 other ones are occupied only by lizard folk who are content to rain javelins upon you. Gwendale the Cleric, what will you do?
Oh, can't hear you.
Nope, can't hear you again.
It's something on the mic.
Nope.
Because Zoom thinks you're here. Yeah, we can't hear you at all.
We're back to this again.
I agree.
I think this is the same mic that we've had issues where it's kind of it goes in and out sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, at this rate, the earbuds might be more consistent.
Yeah.
Nope, you got nothing,
Nope.
Lisa. I don't know. Do you have a red light on it? No. Not a blinking red light, just a red light.
Mm.
This is where we enter the mime section of
Yep.
Yeah.
unplug and replug.
I think maybe there's a.
I think there must be a short.
I think there's a
cable.
problem
Seems
at the mic end of the plug.
Yeah.
Actually, is what because I've had this issue with Phil too, where it's
Oh.
been inconsistent. Yeah, Lisa, you might want to just switch over to the to your earbuds.
That mic has perhaps lived a life. We can't hear you, but that may be that you need to change your setting in Zoom if you switch mics. Technical difficulties, Dungeons and Dragons. Do.
And she's frozen. Oh no.
No, I still see Lisa.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now we
Hi.
hear you.
Yeah.
Now you hear me?
Now you
Yeah.
hear. Now we hear you.
All right. There we go. Turn up the volume. I will try. Poor Brian. I'm going to be sending him 3 files now, and I'm so sorry about
That's
that.
all fine. We'll make it
All
work.
right. Okay. So that's saved. Let me start recording again, just so. I'm
Yep.
sorry because it stopped recording when.
Yeah, it loses connection with
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay. Cancel that. Okay. Okay. File. All right. New audio recording. We're starting. There we go. All right. So where we were before I was so rudely cut off by my failed microphone is I was going to ask if I could. I have Sacred Flame. I can cast that all the time. I can cast that. So let's do that. Let's cast some Sacred Flame. What do I have to roll?
I forget if Sacred Flame, do you roll or do they roll?
They roll. It's a dexterity save.
Dexterity. All right. Which of the 4 lizard folk do you want to try and set on fire with Sacred Flame?
I want to. So you see where I am? There's one that's nowhere near my friends. I don't want to accidentally crisp up any of my friends. So,
Like that guy?
yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. He is going to attempt a dexterity throw as you lob some holy fire in his direction.
Pew, pew. Mm-hmm.
He rolled a 14, which is pretty good. Do you know what your spell save is? It might be 13 or 14 or something.
Okay. Let's see. So that's a good question because I'm still learning how to read this thing. It's where do I find spell save?
Players.
Because all I can tell you about Sacred Flame is did I cast at will?
Are you on? Yeah. Are you using D&D Beyond? Is that where you are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
On the spells tab at the top, it says modifier and spell attack and save DC. At the very
Okay.
top of the spells tab.
At the very top of the spells tab, it says, okay, I have a +3 modifier, a +5 spells attack, and a 13 save DC.
So
So
13
what
is
math
what
do I do?
just you would tell us 13, and
13.
so the lizard folk had to get 13 or higher, and 14 is higher than 13, so he ducks out of the way, and your sacred flame scorches against the cliffside.
Okay, I can only do the one, and
Yep,
then
I think so.
Okay.
Are you happy with where you are geographically?
Geographically, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna just have to keep trying with this guy. So,
All right.
or with another one.
Krong, you are up next. You have not been hit by a javelin, but one came very close to you. You are also still somewhat sleepy from the whole coffee situation.
I would like to try to press myself against this cliff wall, hoping to disguise my location from people who are right above me. Can I try that?
Yeah, I would say, especially from the people you're like these guys, the fellows that are right above you would be not very hard at all.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like if you're, these folks probably have a better view of you, but yeah.
All right. Well, here I go. I rolled an 8 and a 16 because I have disadvantage with my exhaustion. I rolled an 8 to hide. Did I hide?
Which is a critical fail for you, Monty.
Oh, it's an ability check. It's fine.
Yep. You're unsure of anyone. Everybody, you see Krong push himself up against some rocks. The rocks look very gray. Krong is very burgundy. You're not sure. It does not seem like his best hiding is what we're saying.
I will lean out and, using my short bow, loose an arrow at the one Biz is next to.
All right.
I rolled a 9. If I successfully hid, I would get advantage on my attack. I suspect I do not.
Yeah, I don't think you do. The arrow goes nowhere near the lizard folk. In fact, goes perhaps a little too near Biz for Biz's liking.
Sorry. I'm so sleepy.
All right, Samson Jotham, it is your job to save us all.
Okay. Well,
No
it's
pressure.
my job to support Pascal to save us all. So, with a ranged weapon, the one that's to my northwest, does that impact my use of a ranged weapon?
He has advantage on not getting, or you have disadvantage on hitting him because of he's up above you.
No, I just meant in terms of the general rangedness of using a ranged weapon. Right.
Nope, they're still, your ranged weapon is probably 20 or more feet, and he's plenty near you. Some would say too near.
Well, since I am not of the particularly athletic build, I will stay down here and give it a go.
All right.
And this is with my legally distinct firebolt contraption. That's not a gun. And I'm not going to be hitting anything.
All right.
We're doing great. Good job, team.
Pascal, on the other hand, has +4 in athletics. So
Does Pascal climb at this point, or just fly?
Well,
Pandas,
if this is
pandas known for their flight.
if this is Pascal's last adventure, I'm sure there's some thrusters or something that have been added at some point.
All right, so Pascal's going to climb up a cliffside.
Yep, and is going to well, I guess Cool Cat's up there, so is going to scamper over up to here, and try and take a chunk out of this one. And that is going to be a force-empowered rend. And I rolled a 19 + 4, 23.
All right. Ugh, right into that lizard folk's foot.
You see, you picked where it was going to bite. So, I have to go with that. But it wouldn't have been the foot, I can tell you that. And I rolled 8 damage.
All right. 8 damage to that lizard folk. He does not like that.
To his foot. I'm making quote marks. Podcast.
Biz is next, Monty. What will Biz do?
Biz is going to just savage this person in front of him.
All right.
Does the lizard that Biz is fighting have the thing on his forehead that the other?
Oh yeah, he's got
Okay,
a got a three-fingered claw mark carved into his forehead.
Excellent.
Biz would see that, as would Cool Cat. Probably nobody else is close enough to these creatures to see
All right.
her, you know.
This time, let's go with the club.
All right.
I rolled a 12.
12 plus 4 is 16. Which
No,
will
I rolled
hit.
an 8 plus 4. My total is 12.
Oh, okay. The lizard folk blocks it with his shield. Next attack.
Bite.
All right.
16.
So he blocks it, and Biz just takes a bite out of his hand. Roll 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
3.
All right. This is not good for.
I'm rolling
Lizard.
very, very poorly
Very low.
today.
Yeah, that is your second one. I mean, it was on a d6, not a d20. But yes. All right. Biz is all set.
Yes.
Etheline, you are next. You're still on the floor of the crevasse, the cleft through the cliffside. What will you do?
Yeah. Gonna shoot at this guy. So question about cantrips. Am I able to cast them every round?
Yes.
Because the Truth Strike says like it's up to a round and one action, etc. So I can cast True Strike and hopefully roll higher than a 2.
Yep.
Okay. 16 plus.
That'll do it.
Okay. Cool. 1d8 plus 7 for damage. Well, I rolled a 1, so 8 piercing damage.
All right. Not looking good for him. He has been beat up by Cool Cat. He has been beat up by you. He is not doing well. I'm just going to put a little red dot on him that indicates he is having trouble.
Ah.
All right. Etheline, anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. The lizards are next. So, Cool Cat, you find yourself face to face with a lizard folk warrior. He is just going to whack at you with his spiked shield. That's a 7. He's going to try and take a bite out of your giant mascot head. That is a 15.
Ow!
5 piercing damage. One of your ears is bent.
Oh.
Biz is going to get similar treatment over on the other side. Both attacks are going to hit Biz.
So glad we bought Biz.
Oh, we have a steel defender, so they are rolling with disadvantage on both attacks.
Oh, okay. I need another die to do this appropriately.
Right, steel defender, 1 square away. That's right.
Yep.
Oh, I still rolled really well, and I still rolled really well. So, yeah.
Well,
I actually
worth a try.
I added disadvantage to each roll and rolled higher on the second roll. So, all right. So Biz gets knocked with a club, and a bite gets taken out of his shoulder. Monty, Biz is going to take 10 damage total.
Biz is still alive, not very much, but alive, still up.
All right. Javelins rain down on Samson and Krong. I'm going to roll Krong first. Krong, 2 javelins coming your way. Those are not very scary. 8 and 9.
Nope.
Samson, 2 javelins coming your way. Those are a little bit better. 16 and 6.
Nope. Both miss.
Not even 16.
No, I've not 19.
We keep forgetting that despite your diminutive gnome played by James Thompson like qualities, you are made of a tough alloy of steel and sturdiness.
Samson is a smaller target, so he's harder to hit.
Yeah.
I guess that's how it works. Cool Cat, you are face to face with a lizard folk, just up in this little cleft all by yourself.
And he bit my ear. Ow!
And a
That
murderous
hurts.
lizard. Yeah, that unfortunately for the lizard folk, he does not look like he could take more than a single sword strike at this point.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, the lizard folk is just sitting there, kind of chewing the piece of your ear he got in his mouth. He's like, "Yes, flesh eating."
16.
16 hits.
It's like a dinner and a show for him. Wow.
Oh man, my dice rolling here is not happening. I'm going to have to switch. 7 damage.
7 damage as you slay the lizard folk. Cool Cat, what happens to him?
He falls down the crevasse, bumping off of rocks along the way, in an ugly, floppy.
I was just reskinning Homer Simpson falling into the gorge.
You're only like 10 feet off, but he managed to hit several rocks on the way down. Your tattered ear lays at your feet, Cool Cat.
We can reattach it.
Just
Who's
a
got,
little chunk, just a little chunk taken out of it. That's fine.
Who's got a tailor's kit with them?
I've got
Yeah, or at
healing
least
spells.
some-
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm a cleric. I can heal
Yeah.
that sort of thing. I
As a
think.
cleric, you probably have a hot. I imagine a hot glue gun might be the most
Cool Cat-
appropriate thing
Cool-
to fix it.
Cool Cat
You
is
know,
not.
they do use
It's fine.
super glue on cuts, so I could probably just super glue it
Yeah.
back and it would knit together.
Well,
I just-
really, we need a needle and thread
So-
for Cool Cat.
So here's my next. That's true. Good point, Monty.
I imagine his head was somewhat cardboard-like for the structure of the ear. I guess was my
Mhm.
you know.
So
He's kind of paper mache like in his.
So now, am I up here in a little niche in the cliff, or is there like a top here where I could sort of scamper across to the next guy down?
I would say that you're in a little niche. The top is much higher above you.
Okay,
you could
so I'm,
heroically leap across the chasm to the other side.
Yeah,
Well-
you could do that.
well, could I?
Yeah.
What would
You
I
could
need
try.
to do?
Where
I
are you
have
trying to jump?
lots of speed and I have lots of acrobatics and other agility.
Which place are you trying to jump to?
Uh,
There's one that's only like 10 feet across. Versus if you're trying to jump down there, that's a lot harder.
Tell you what, I'm gonna use this turn to actually just jump back down
Mhm.
and move down to below these guys so I can climb up there and take care of them next round.
All right, slightly less dramatic, but also much easier to manage. You effortlessly.
You're welcome.
You land on your feet with cat-like reflexes
Always.
and
Cool cat-like reflexes.
walk down the cleft with cool cat-like walking
Mm-hmm.
and sit quietly below the crevasse.
I do
with
one of those cool cat
cat-like
kind of
patience.
things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Job
Okay. Yep. Gwendiel.
I'm
There's one
gonna
less lizard folk.
step over the dead lizard and move closer to the
Mhm.
bottom two, and I basically have one move.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah, Sacred Flame.
Fire it up.
Left lizard or right lizard?
I see Cool Cat is aligned under the left lizard, so that's probably where he's going to go. I'm going to aim at the right lizard.
All right.
Else I'll distract him.
The right lizard peeks over the edge to see what's going on and gets a face full of Sacred Flame.
Pew,
much-
pew, pew.
How much? I rolled not very well on his dexterity check. How much damage is Sacred Flame?
Okay, Sacred Flame, it's 1 damage 8.
So roll a
A
d8.
D8.
A D8. So that's 8-sided die?
Yep.
The D stands
Okay.
for die, not damage.
Okay, thank you. You guys are so patient. I appreciate it. I rolled an 8.
That is the way to do that.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Our
the best
patience
you could do.
was rewarded.
All right, that lizard folk. It looks, he's got kind of a comical, like his face is covered in soot, so kind of, it's like
Covered in
this
the
is,
suit.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is not how he thought his day was going. He thought he was just
Cummerbund.
gonna eat flesh.
Mhm.
Flesh. He did not think he would get burnt by holy fire.
Mhm.
All right, Krong, how are you?
I'm great. I'm just going to shoot that guy with a short bow. The one that just
All right.
got Sacred
A
Flame.
face full of flame. Yes.
Yeah, he is. You know what? I'm going to tell you. You do not have disadvantage on him. He is in shock.
Fantastic. I rolled a 6. That is a critical failure.
That is your second
That's-
critical failure of the session, Monty. Perhaps you should go buy some lottery tickets.
Maybe some coffee.
Drink
Yeah.
some coffee.
I'm
Yeah.
so sleepy, you guys.
I'm just
over
Monty.
leveled for the adventure, but oh my god, I'm so
Monty, as your friend, please, like any streets that you cross in the next week, like look 2 or 3 times.
Imagine looking under your bed for the monster you know is there, and you find them under your
And
bed,
it's
but
just
they're
They're just like
sleeping.
holding their head and rocking
And
back.
it's like,
and forth.
oh, come back later.
Just a very quiet snore. From
I just
under
want to
your
curl
bed.
up under a bed and go to sleep.
Aw. Oh, Krong.
Samson Jotham, or should I say Pascal, it is your turn.
Well, I am going to move down, I think, and I will attempt to shoot the one next to Cool Cat.
All right. You will
With
have
my
disadvantage.
space laser.
All
I know.
right.
That was a 14. And that was much less than a 14. So we'll just skip over that part.
All right.
And Pascal will just attempt to bite this chap at the top.
All right.
And so... You see, Pascal's just much better than me at this, because Pascal rolled a 22 to hit.
All right. Pascal rends this lizard folk in however way you would like.
Well, let's see if this is going to be lethal, and then we can describe the entrails. So that is 7 damage.
It is not lethal. It is still real bad for this lizard folk.
Well, there's blood spurting out of its neck, at least.
Oh god, he jumped up and grabbed a neck.
Of course.
I just imagine Pascal being very low to the ground.
Well, yeah, but he's very springy, you know.
Yeah, I guess like I kind of think of it Pascal as like just a very aggressive like subwoofer, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the little feet that just keep him just a little bit off the ground. So,
but he just like that bounced off, ricocheted off the side of the cliff. And...
All right, Biz, there is a badly injured lizard folk in front of you. Most of the fight has moved further down the crevasse. Monty, you're in charge of Biz.
Oh God, I knew that.
Yeah. I saw you like eating popcorn. And I was like, he has forgotten that he is Biz also.
Sorry, I forgot I had.
Yeah,
I forgot I had another character to do badly with. Biz is standing there, just kind of spaced out, suddenly, and just bite again.
Oh yeah,
lunging for the guy's throat.
All right,
there's a handful of popcorn if the guy just.
All right, 19.
Wow.
This is real bad. Roll a d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
It says rolling dice. 6.
Oh,
plus 2 because you did plus at sign.
Yeah.
I did plus
8.
at sign because I panicked. 8 points of damage.
Yeah. He didn't need those extra 2. Biz has slain one of the swimming snake tribe, one who has gone against all lizard folk, who has eaten of the flesh and endangered all the tribes in the Great Swamp with their merciless aggression and violence as Biz slays one of his own kind.
Biz discreetly swallows that flesh that he just bit out of the guy. Hope no one notices. Then swings around and
he doesn't have like a spittoon to
and they'd like to throw a javelin at this guy over here next to
All right. Throw a javelin at that fellow.
He's still got like a face full of soot, right? He hasn't really recovered from that. Yeah.
16 to hit.
Oh, a javelin, it hits that gentle lizard in the face. Javelins are also a d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
Convenient. 6 points of damage.
All right. Things are not looking well for that particular lizard. There are 2 aggressive lizard folk left, plus, your one that's your friend. But one of them is very badly damaged. I believe the other one has not been hit yet. Yeah. All right, Etheline. Or actually, did Biz want to leave that area?
Oh, yeah. Biz will also jump down here, share with Krong the very complicated handshake that they have crafted that represents their deep friendship they have developed.
Mm-hmm.
And just stand there.
Full cast charisma.
Yeah.
Stand there shoulder to shoulder with Krong.
Mm-hmm. Biz and Krong in the morning. Yes.
I would watch that.
And he looks over at Krong and winks at him.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Ting!
Excellent. Etheline.
So it's been established that if I stand here, I can shoot here.
Yeah, you have to climb to get up there.
Well,
but
yeah. So I would like to attempt to do that. You said strength?
It's an athletics check, DC 10.
Athletics. Let's see.
What did Erica give you as far as athletics with her randomly generated character?
Plus 3. So let's
so
find out how my roll
No, you
goes.
have a solid chance of getting up there.
Yeah, I rolled a 15. So
all right, no trouble. You have
Sweet.
scaled the cliff. You are in that little nook, looking across
Wonderful.
at the lizard folk in the other nook.
Yep.
He
shoot
may or
at
may not have
him.
noticed you yet. All right.
Let's find out. Well, it wouldn't matter because I rolled a 10.
Yep, that's not going to hit.
Nope. And True
But
Strike
you are
wouldn't have.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think. But you have set yourself up in a good vantage point
Yes. Yep.
for future stuff.
Perfect.
All right. The lizard folk are next. Things are not going well for them. The two remaining lizard folk see the group fighting their way down the cliff through the passage, getting closer to them. They say, "You need not fight us. You can join us. You can eat of the flesh." The lizard folk is going to hurl javelins at. They're going to hurl javelins at Cool Cat and Gwendale. Those are the people that have caused them harm recently.
Ah, yes, true. Mm-hmm.
Cool Cat. 15 hit you?
Yes.
5 piercing damage. Gwendale. Critical fail, and a 9 is probably not going to hit you.
Nope.
That could have gone better for these people who are not going to last much longer. Cool Cat.
All right, I'm going to jump up to that guy.
All right. Give me one of your athleticsy checks for your cat-like climbing.
Cat-like climbing. What do we say? Do I get some sort of?
Yeah, you're a cat. You can climb with advantage.
All right, I get advantage on climbing.
Just imagine it's a curtain.
But you can't climb down.
Yeah.
He's just going to be out really loudly.
Getting a very slow time rolling dice on D&D Beyond today.
The internets are mad.
Only there were some other option.
21.
Some kind of calculated option. All right, you effortlessly, you are like the wind, a wind made of a giant orange neon cat that climbs up the cliffside and finds himself face to face with a burly-looking lizard who snarls at you. A large 3-fingered claw mark carved into his forehead still kind of bleeds and oozes.
Yeah, I don't like that guy. So we're going
not like you.
to. So now that I'm here, it's short sword time.
Mm-hmm. Dual attack.
Yeah. First hit. 6.
Clang off of his giant shield that's probably made of a turtle shell.
9.
Ooh.
Clang off of his shield that is still probably made of a turtle shell. He growls at you. His breath smells like he's been eating old hot dogs.
I growl at him.
Gwen, your breath smells like you've definitely been eating old hot dogs. Cool Cat, I just assume that's mainly what he eats.
Yeah,
hot dogs,
fish. He eats fish down to the bone.
But just cartoon like though.
Yeah.
And then,
expired cat food, that kind of thing.
The Heathcliff.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Gwendale. Do you want to Sacred Flame or do something else to one of these creatures?
I'm going to hit that guy I'm going to attempt to hit that guy I hit the last round because I'd like to finish what I started.
He attempts to dodge out of the way. I rolled with advantage because I decided he had ducked back. I still rolled very poorly. He takes a D8 of Sacred Flame damage. Roll a D8.
All right. I am rolling my D8 and I got a 6.
He is badly wounded. He looks unhappy.
I wanted to murder him. Okay, well.
That's a good feeling. Lisa, chase that feeling.
Yes.
Embrace that feeling.
Yeah.
Yes. Blood. All right.
Krong. Sorry.
I was going to ask if I could do it again, but apparently no. Okay.
I think it's an action, so you can do it once per turn. Krong.
I'm going to shoot my short bow at the person next to Samson Jotham, the lizard person. After dealing with my disadvantage, I ended up with a 7. That's off a raw roll of 2, so I don't want to hear any critical failure nonsense.
All right.
I'm fine.
Your arrows rattle off the cavern walls. Samson Jotham?
Covering fire.
Yeah, covering fire.
Well, I'm going to have another attempt at burning the lizard next to Cool Cat. Rolling because I'm very short, so
you are.
I'm quite tall for a gnome, but I'm still very short compared to this cliff. So
aren't we all compared to cliffs?
Yeah.
Let's
Krong.
see. I rolled first roll 18 plus 5.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Plus many.
Yeah.
Plus many. Second roll, less good. 5 plus 5. That's 10.
All right, your laser blast scorches off the cliffside as well. You're having a hard time finishing off these last lizard folks.
Okay. Pascal engages his diamond-tipped claws and is going to attempt to run around this cliff to here.
All right, so Pascal is going to attempt to move horizontally on a vertical surface.
Yes.
Give me a DC 15 climb check or athletics check for Pascal to move horizontally on a vertical surface.
Not acrobatics.
Yeah, totally acrobatics actually.
Okay, that's better.
Kind of a parkour.
Prince of Persia move.
I rolled a 19 plus 2, so that's a 21.
All right.
Is
Cool
he
Cat,
shouting
suddenly there is a robot.
parkour as he does it?
Yes.
but in like a Dalek voice because he's a robot.
Parkour.
Parkour. Beep. Parkour mode activated.
Cool Cat, suddenly there's a robot panda next to you.
I love it.
Heading for any kind of major artery that can be sensed.
That lizard is full of arteries as far as Pascal can tell. Just chock full of them.
Just go for the biggest one, wherever that
All right,
be.
that's probably in his leg maybe, or inside his heart. I don't know. I'm not a lizard biologist.
Herpetologists. They're called herpetologists.
Thank you.
I think
Sorry, herpetologists are appreciative and seriously offended that we would think they know things about like D&D.
Yes.
Don't make them mad. They can command snakes.
That's
the
That's
one
a
inside his
podcast.
heart sounds good. Let's go for that.
all right.
Um,
What, the snake inside his heart?
The way to a lizard's heart is through a robot panda. So
It's through his rib cage, but
Yeah.
But
I rolled-
gets there before
I rolled
yeah.
19.
all right, Pascal like crunches on this lizard's torso somehow for how much damage?
This is 1d8 plus 2, and that is a 10.
Things are not good for this lizard folk. All right.
I like that Pascal can basically counteract the uselessness of Samson in this tactical situation.
Everyone's favorite lizard folk, Biz, as played by Monty Ashley.
Hello, Biz. You are standing here next to me. Can Biz get up to here?
Yes.
Then he does.
Biz, I think we just determined Biz is great at climbing, and he just does that. There is a severely wounded. He has been shot with a fire multiple times, and I think an arrow. He's not looking good.
I think the spiked shield hasn't come out to play much. I'm just going to bash him in the face with the spiked shield.
Do it.
With a 21 to hit.
Oh, a D6 plus 2 piercing damage.
Bloodlust.
5 points of damage.
Biz has slain yet another lizard folk, hopefully restoring some honor to his tribe, who is sad about their disability.
Biz just howls in bloodlust, which is weird because that's really more of a wolf thing, but happens anyway. And then, is there somebody over here?
Yeah, there's one last lizard folk that looks like he has no javelin stuck into him currently.
Well, let's fix that with the javelin. I rolled a total of 6. That's a 2, not a 1 on my raw roll.
No one notices.
You can't tell whether Biz is just spiking the
he's just
javelin into
spiking
the
a
ground
javelin
in glee.
in celebration of having murdered a guy. Meant to do that.
And Biz shouts out, "For my child, who definitely has whatever they said earlier that Tony tried to negate."
No, I didn't negate.
Going to Warlock School.
Future Warlock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For my son,
my
the future warlock.
Epheline, there is one lizard folk left. He goes after you, unless you can rob him of a turn and his future. And hopefully he would like to eventually turn all of you into sandwiches.
Well, let's try. We're
Except
gonna roll.
Pascal.
Okay, so question about True Strike. I was reading it again, and it says on your next turn. So does that mean I would have had to have done it previously for the future turn?
Let me
Is that how
check.
it works?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think True Strike is a good.
You
useful
get to
Yeah.
spend one turn giving yourself advantage next turn, which is
Right.
kind of
Action.
mathematically the same thing as just attacking
Exactly
on
the
both
same
turns.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am going to just shoot my arrow.
Yeah.
No pointing and yelling at somebody.
Shoot your shot.
I rolled a Monty.
Oh,
A
man.
two.
So a 2.
You dropped a deuce there.
Oh.
All right.
So I got a 9, which I'm guessing is not gonna
All
do
right.
anything.
Yeah, Pascal and Cool Cat and the Lizard Folk are unaware that you have fired an arrow near them. All right.
That's it.
This Lizard Folk does not like the way this fight is going. He is going to disengage as his action
Mm-hmm.
and then climb down the cliffside and start running away.
Do we get to bite him as he runs away?
He
Can
is the
I can I shoot fire at him while he runs away?
Attacks of opportunity from the people he was next to a second ago.
Well, it's
That's what I was
disengaged,
thinking.
right?
He is disengaged. Meant he couldn't attack first.
What a jerk.
But let me just check. He can only travel 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Just see how far. This crevasse is not quite. All right. He's technically like another 10 feet further down the passageway than the map allows for us to see that. Cool Cat.
So I now have this position of advantage, so I can see him, right?
Oh yeah, you can see his back as he's running away.
Pick up my crossbow,
Okay.
Yes.
Shoot him in the back.
and I'm gonna
Yes.
shoot at him down there. I see you, little lizard man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 13.
It lands just near his legs, but doesn't hit him.
Alas.
You see him. He looks fleetingly over his shoulder and runs faster.
Mm-hmm.
While not moving yet.
Well, I mean, it's all happening in real time.
Mhm.
Cool Cat, do you want to stay up on the thing?
For now, yes. I'm going to stand up
Mhm.
here and I'm going to watch down the crevasse and see if he's bringing anybody back or if there's anybody else going there. I mean, I've
Okay.
got this advantage up here, so for now, as long as I can see him, I'm going to stay up here.
All right. Gwendil, I believe you are next.
I also have a crossbow,
Okay.
so I'm gonna try and use it. I will roll my 8-sided dice, right?
Mm-hmm. No, you have to roll a hit first.
I have to roll a hit first.
Yeah,
Okay,
with a 20.
With a
With
20-sided die. Okay. All right. I rolled. I rolled a 13.
That will not hit.
Ah.
Also, another crossbow bolt hits the ground near his legs.
Okay.
You're peppering the path with bolts.
Mhm. Okay. So it is currently. So I failed that. Is it still my turn, or are we on to Krong now?
It is your turn if you want to move, and then we'll go on to Kron.
Okay, so I failed the crossbow. I desperately try to throw.
Oh, you can't. No, you can't attack again.
I can't attack again.
You can move,
Okay.
but you can't attack again.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna stay there and be sad. How about that?
All right.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Krong.
I will creep forward the 3 squares I can move.
All right.
I will attempt to hide, which I don't know if he's looking back at me, but I want to hide anyway. I feel better.
I'm just going to say you instantly hide because.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
In that case, I will
your friends are unsure where you went.
short bow attack with advantage. 22.
Nice.
Wow. Oh, I think that an arrow just hit him in the back of the head.
Oh, ow.
All right, so I will do a d6 plus 3 plus 2d6 sneak attack damage.
Oh gosh.
12 points of damage. Very
had-
bad rolls.
He had 12 hit points.
Yes.
So
I
from-
contributed.
I mean, for you, from the darkness of the side of a cliff, you did not know where Krong was, but it must have been Krong. An arrow shoots out and whistles a nice solid 40 feet. It just perfectly clips the lizard folk in the back of the head. He tumbles to the ground. And so you have survived the battle of the cliffs. Though you have taken your lumps, Biz is badly wounded. And the question is, will he accompany you as you press deeper in the swamp? Looking beyond the passageway, you can see the cliffs open up again, and there's kind of a valley ahead of you. And carved out of stone is a giant stone skull sitting in the middle of the lake.
Ooh, is it
What
pink?
horrors await? What dangers will challenge you? Will you survive to challenge the leader of the Flesh Eaters? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end.
Boom.
What kind
Boom.
of skull? Human or lizard?
Indeterminate.
It always.
I-
What do you mean indeterminate? They're not the same head shape.
Roll archaeology.
Yeah, surely nature.
It's It's the idea of a skull. A skull. Okay.
It's a cartoon skull.
Yeah, Krong, roll Jungian archetypes, please.
All right, so 5-minute break and then back for more.
Yeah.
Live stream. We will be back very soon. We
Yes.
promise. Hopefully, our computers will be better than they were before.
Don't promise.
I'm not
Don't
sure they could
jinx
be
it.
worse.
Also, don't jinx it.
I don't
We're just
believe
not
in
going to talk about
jinxes.
it anymore. It'll be appreciated.
Computers are lovely.
Yes,
Computer.
we love
And-
them. We
They-
love our
They
computers
are not.
and all of the technology.
And we're back.
All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, one of several dungeon masters who rotates through this imprisoned podcast where Jason Snell has locked us up and forced us to run Dungeons and Dragons for
just
his
you, Tony.
amusement.
It's just you. Just you.
Just his
Just
amusement. Oh no. Today we are continuing the adventure of the Flesh Eaters, one of the fantastic adventures in the Sly Flourish Fantastic Adventures PDF collection. Allow me to introduce our players, and then they will introduce their characters, and I'll remind you of the action so far. First up, you know him, you love him. It's Monty Ashley.
Hello, it's me, Monty Ashley. I'm playing Krong, the bugbear rogue, who currently has 2 levels of exhaustion and is kind of out of it.
All right. Next up, she should know better, but she's still here anyway. It's Lisa Smizer.
Hi, I'm Gwendiel. I play a cleric, and I'm sure that this is my turn to shine because it's post-battle and people are hurt.
Yep. Also joining us, it's Jason Snell, my tormentor.
Hi, Tony. How's it going?
Quiet, Jason, you monster.
Well, I am playing a perfectly reasonable character known as Cool Cat, who is a tabaxi bard who has a giant mascot head and giant mascot hands. He's a big orange mascot cat who plays the pan flute and the bagpipes. And, he's just your normal guy who likes to rock and roll and jump and sing.
Episode 307 of the main incomparable.
Yes, thank you.
Also joining us, the developer of Dice by PCalc and other apps, James Thompson.
I play Samson Jotham, a gnome artificer who's beginning to suspect that his robot panda has got a better agent than he does.
Could never worse agent. And last but certainly not least, surprise fill-in guest, Kathy Campbell. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, I play Etheline, a high elf ranger who definitely everything was chosen very strategically and specifically and not by a dice roll. This time I'm hoping to actually hit something.
Indeed. So our adventure so far, you are heading deep into the swamp after a rogue lizard folk tribe known as the Swimming Snakes, who have somehow been corrupted by strange forces. They have taken up practices of cannibalism and violence that are unusual for the lizard folk who live here in the swamp. One of the more peaceful lizard folk, Biz, has traveled with you. You have pressed through the cliffs where they were guarding and dealt with an ambush, and have now looked down upon a large valley between the cliff sides. There is a lake with a big skull formation sitting in the center of it. It looks basically like something out of a heavy metal album cover. Your classic skull fortress, and the mouth is the entrance, and there's like a bridge coming out of the mouth and all that. Before you descend into this realm of nightmares, where no doubt you will have to come face to face with the leaders of this tribe, perhaps now would be a good time to take a short rest, so that you don't get toast murdered.
Yeah, I think we should even climb back up onto those little ledges and hide and take a short rest. And I will play my Song of Rest, which is a very gentle pan flute. I will not use the bagpipes for the Song of Rest. It will be like Zamfir, the master of the pan flute. And that is an additional D6 when you spend a hit die.
Some of you may wish to spend a hit die, depending on how much damage you took.
I do.
Tony, Biz is at 4 out of 22 hit points.
All right.
What can a cleric do to help him out? Or
Song of Rest, I think, will help him.
Yeah, I think I got it. I got this covered because people can just take their hit die.
I don't know if he has hit dice.
Yeah, we'll say he has a hit die. He has a D6. He has 1 hit die.
And he got an extra D6 from the Song of Rest.
Yes, plus an extra D6.
Right, he gains 8 points. He's now at 12 of 22, barely above half his life.
Yeah, Biz is still not doing great, and so there is the question of, do you convince Biz to go further into the swamp?
All right, I'm going to use my powers of persuasion because I'm the one who talked him this far. But Cool Cat is not a terrible person, probably. Cool Cat is going to try and convince Biz to wait here for our return
To help us get back
and
to...
help us
Okay.
get back without exhaustion, but not come with us down into the skull
Okay.
valley.
I'm going to say that's an easy persuasion check, DC 10.
24.
All right.
Nailed
He's
it.
really sure this is what he wants to
Really
do.
sure.
We could have made him do anything. Then.
Yeah. Biz nods. He feels like you've given him good advice. Biz gestures with his little lizard hand down to the lake, full around the giant skull fortress, and says, "There's things swimming in there, things that want to eat you. Beware."
Yes, I was thinking the swimming snakes. We haven't seen much swimming going on
Yes.
until this point.
They also have more limbs than I thought a snake would.
For now.
All right.
All right. So people have spent hit dice.
Yes.
Yes.
I will also tell you who is currently suffering from exhaustion. Monty and maybe Lisa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Lisa.
Give me a Constitution save. Maybe you'll get one less level of exhaustion from taking a short rest.
Okay, so
What if I roll a 1 and add 1 to it for a total of 2? Do I get over my exhaustion then, Tony?
You do not, Monty. But
okay.
thanks for
Drink more coffee.
which dice do I use? 6-sided, 8-sided, 20?
D20 plus your Constitution saving throw.
Okay. All right. So, well, I rolled an 11 and I have +1, so 12.
All right, you are feeling a little better. You are one less exhausted. I don't know how
Okay.
exhausted you were.
I was only like 1 exhausted, I think.
All right, you are now no longer exhausted.
Woohoo!
Krong, it has been a long day for Krong. He might be getting fidgety. Krong is used to having a nap in the middle of the day, and instead he chugged some coffee of unknown origin.
And now he needs an extra
That would have
nap.
been his first mistake, was the coffee of unknown origin.
Yeah.
We do still have 2 coffees with us. I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Ooh!
It's tiring carrying this whole show on my back.
Monty gains inspiration. That's how it works. Yeah. All right. So, have you prepared? Are you ready to head down into the valley and deal with the flesh eaters?
Okay, nobody needs anything from a cleric right now. Just making sure before we head in to deal with the flesh.
I think we're all good.
All right.
Yeah, I would suggest, people should make sure they identify if they need healing during battle. It sounds like with his Song of Rest,
We're all good for now.
Cool Cat is the most powerful at healing you outside of battle. You may be well equipped to heal people in battle.
Yeah,
So-
I think
Okay.
Lisa's character and my character both have healing spells.
Okay.
I also have cure wounds. So
Nice.
What? All right. So, you head down the path, kind of leads down into the valley where the swamp continues. You see the aforementioned Skull Fortress, and it does seem like there might be things swimming around in the lake around the Skull Fortress. Moat. When does a lake become a moat? That's a robot or not question. Probably
a
think
castle
a
in
moat-
the,
Probably a moat has to be constructed, right? I mean,
You
Right.
can't
versus-
just put a castle in the middle of a lake and say the whole lake is your moat, can you?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think that's.
so
I think
that's-
you can't.
Okay, so this is a lake that happens to have a skull island in the middle. It's not a moat around a skull island.
coincidentally,
So a moat is created, whereas a lake is naturally occurring.
So
Usually,
thanks
except for those constructed lakes.
Thanks to Biz's warning, I think we need to be. We're all probably looking carefully at the lake to see what's in it.
All right. Feel free to make some perception checks. I would even say you have some advantage because you have been warned against attacks from the lake.
I rolled a 19. In fact, that was without advantage. Well, it was a 19.
10
Well,
for me.
I rolled a 9 and that was my advantage roll. So I'm going to hang out, chilling. Yeah, it's peaceful. It's pretty nice. Smell of the water.
We're
the rest of
deferring
those
to what Samson saw.
Samson.
Pascal
low-
also rolled a 19. So
lowest to the ground, but his eyes are the largest. Samson, you notice swimming around, in addition to the kind of general wildlife and flotsam and jetsam that one would expect to find in a swamp lake, places where the water is disturbed by what you suspect are several large reptilian or amphibious creatures that mean you harm.
All right, Tony.
They may be waiting until you start crossing the bridge.
Right. So what I'd like to do.
You also notice, Samson, there is it looks like there is a corpse of a lizard folk in the middle of the bridge.
okay. Can we kick him into the swamp too?
Yes. Let the
cool.
lizard folk get fed by the.
Cool cat. It sounded like you wanted to try something.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do is I would like to use my mage hand to find like a branch or a rock or something that's up to 10 pounds, the heaviest thing that I can lift.
Yep, you find a 9-pound rock,
or maybe 2 4.5-pound rocks. And what I want to do is I want to chuck them.
3-pounders maybe.
I want to chuck them. I want to chuck them out, kind of like to the far sides of the lake here, from where we are, to distract the things in the lake, to see if we might be able to kind of run across in the moment that they're distracted. Can we try that?
They swim after the rocks. Can they do that?
Yeah. So I want to throw something in to have them go like, what? Huh? And then we shoot by while they're distracted.
You can certainly try to do that.
Good. That was when I said that, I was really it was in the form of a question of, Tony, can I try to do this?
Can I? Yes. And the answer, the classic Dungeons and Dragons answer, you can try.
You can try.
All right, Jason, no pressure.
Roll mage hand log. Well,
all right. I mean, I think it just happens.
Yeah. It's a 30-foot range, so I should be able to drop like a log or a rock 30 feet out in one direction, and hopefully like quickly in the other direction too. Have the
maybe 5 1-pound logs.
Sure, like a scatter. What I do is I pick up 10 pounds of loose rocks in my mage hand, and then I move it 30 feet one way, and then I just do that little sprinkling, and I sprinkle the rocks.
A sprinkle. Okay, so you have graveled the lake successfully. Roll gravel.
Thank you.
And you do. It does seem like wherever the lake, there's movement in the lake, and creatures. You see several large lizard heads, or some kind of reptile or amphibian. Something bigger, something more dinosaur-like than an alligator, which is honestly pretty hard to do. See, kind of snapping at the surface wherever those pebbles were dropped.
And then I'm gonna motion to everybody, and we got to run.
Okay.
Yes. I will mention these things seem to move quite quickly. All right. I see only one possible flaw in your plan. Pascal, Samson, Cool Cat, Gwendil, and F-Line run across the bridge. Locate yourself.
Whee!
Cool Cat.
Come on, Krong.
Cool Cat. Whose name did I forget?
Biz.
Nope. Biz is back up in the cliff waiting for you. Krong, would you like to move 3 squares?
Sure. Do I have a turn?
Yeah, this is one turn.
1, 2, 3. There's my move. I will take cunning action dash, as is my right as a rogue. 3. And I'll dash with my regular action too. What the heck?
Yay! And now
hey guys,
he's gonna pass out.
So basically, even though you vomit up some coffee when you get to the end of your triple dash.
Yuck!
I think I just gotta sweat it out.
Also, I like the way Monty moved on our game board. It was like he got halfway across, and then he kind of like staggered a square, and then he continued on.
He needed to go around
It's
the
like,
body.
oh man, that was a lot. Oh, I can do this.
Oh yeah, since I paused in the middle there, can I take a look at that body in the middle of my turn? Well, what's up with this body?
Looking at the body, it looks like a lizard folk. He's not a lizard folk with the traditional 3-clawed carving in his forehead. So it must be some other tribe's lizard folk who looks like he has been badly injured and died trying to cross this bridge.
The worst kind of injured.
but not like ritually murdered. It was basically he died when his wounds overcame him.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Correct.
going to throw this out to the group. You're free to say yes or no. I do speak Draconic. Would it be possible for Cool Cat to come up with a persuasive message that I could then translate and shout into the skull as necessary?
Yeah, let's Cyrano this. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe just he's been remarkably persuasive, so maybe we could use this and talk our way out of a final confrontation.
All right. What do we? Well, so where are we now that we're on the other side and we seem to have
All right.
survived
We're in the
conflict?
mouth of a
Yeah.
giant freaky skull.
Yeah, you're in the mouth of a giant freaking skull. I will say that here, you know, you're in a pretty good place here with the shadows.
Mhm.
You can see looking into the skull. It is your traditional temple built inside of a giant skull. There's kind of one
Yeah.
big, you
As
know,
you do.
As they are.
as you do.
The skull predates it, but what are we going to do? Not put our temple in this skull?
It's perfect
Yeah,
place
yeah.
for a temple, man.
If you don't have a
Yeah.
giant hand, a skull will do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it looks like there's basically just one large room. It is relatively well lit as you look down into it. There are several kind of big ceremonial fires burning. You see an assortment of lizard folk who look like they've just been kind of butchered, scattered around the floor. And at the back of the chamber is one large looking lizard folk with several other more normal sized lizard folk kind of skulking around. There's some cages. There's a big ritual pit in the middle. They look like they look well fed.
Oh, none of this is good.
The three
Did we
lizard
miss all the
folk,
flesh eating?
the three lizard folk who are not the big one move with kind of a herky jerky movement, kind of a shuffle to them, like perhaps they are not totally alive.
So how many?
Oh, if only I could detect magic.
How many creatures are down in this pit that we see in the temple?
Four adversaries.
4 adversaries, and the other things we're seeing here are
These
dead
ones
bodies.
Like
Yeah.
That's lunch.
yeah, the blood.
All right.
Those are
here.
those are
Like
dead.
it's-
So we
Nice.
have the big guy. We have a few hench lizards who may or may not be hypnotized or something and are moving herky jerky
or maybe like zombies.
Or undead, yeah.
or
Yeah.
undead. We have a bunch of dead ones on the floor, and then we've got even more in cages, and they're presumably being used for food or being killed
Yep.
for food. Okay.
Also, giant lizards between you and the way out.
Well,
No, we're just gonna live here now.
Yeah, sounds good.
right in the mouth of the skull, not moving.
Yeah, it's it needs some work, but guys, wait for it. It has good bones.
If
Love
I
it.
could give you
Yeah.
inspiration, I would not.
I'm just saying, you give this thing a breakfast nook, and you are ready to go.
All right. Well, I think
goodness.
we know what we have to do, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna try and
Turn
do
around
the
and go
whole-
back to White Sparrow? Because that's my thinking.
Are we gonna try and like talk to the flesh-eating / zombie /
No.
whatever people?
Only if we think of a
Yeah.
real cool pun after killing them.
Okay.
Do we want to surprise them? If we're in the shadows here, I think it might be an
Well, do we
opportunity
wanna-
to rain down some fire on them before we
Yeah.
get into full-on combat.
Wait,
Looks
if there's
like
a
we
couple
have-
that are reanimated or controlled by magic, do we want to figure out what that is in case this means we can't kill them and they stay dead?
Good try.
Because that's my one concern is, yes, there are lots of decorative dead lizards around, but if that big guy is capable of reanimating them, what's to stop them from continually reanimating any lizards we try to cut down in battle?
I mean,
We
it's
cut off their arms and teeth.
Yeah, I mean, it's D&D. I think if you kill an undead creature, it probably doesn't come back. But there are also the 3 dead creatures that could be reanimated. I don't know.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
possibility that they'll also be
Mhm.
part of this.
I mean, I'm more worried about the ones that are standing right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
well, So
Okay.
so what do we think? Surprise, Tony? Do we have the element of surprise here to rain
Totally,
down some
yeah.
fire on these guys?
You see them, they don't see you. Do you want to arrange yourselves maybe inside the map here on this kind of raised platform here?
Yeah. What are these little things?
That's a
Are they,
column.
okay.
I think.
Holding up the
I've-
skull, holding up
I
the skull
decided.
shape.
Yeah, that's a load bearing skull
Load
column.
bearing columns. Okay, cool.
Yep.
It's a load
realize-
bearing mandible.
I'm realizing I may not know enough about engineering or skulls.
Or skulls, yeah.
Skull architecture.
Okay.
It's fine.
Huh.
All right.
We
So,
believe you.
Story checks
So-
out.
Yeah.
so
I would
Tarkanon is the big guy, right?
Yeah, so I put a name on him because he's
Mhm.
he's the boss.
I would
But yeah,
say-
you can as you look down, you see one lizard folk. He's got lots of little kind of like
Mhm.
three-fingered scar thing symbols on his face and his arms. He's kind of pacing back and forth. He's wielding it looks like kind of a strange totem that seems like it's made out of pieces of bone and leather of dubious origins.
Mhm.
And he's pacing back and forth between the cages that look like they've kind of been emptied out at this point.
I would say if there's some magical control over the other three, if we take him out,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
will
was
be
thinking that would be the
easier.
best.
So I have Hunter's Mark, which means if I hit,
Mhm.
or I guess when I hit with my arrows,
Yeah.
I can take an extra 1d6 for up to an hour.
Yeah, so I think an initial, 3, 2, 1 go where we attack
Yeah.
this one guy,
Mhm.
the leader here is the way to start
Would be a
this.
good.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
All right.
Tony, how should we do that?
All right, here's the way you're going to do it. First up, roll initiative. And basically, you're going to get a surprise round. You all get to go, and you get a turn. And then they don't get a turn, and then we go into the real turns.
You're going to have to add us to the turn order here.
I just did.
Excellent.
Classic mistake.
Putting us in the turn order? Yeah. That
Yeah.
Yep.
is usually a problem.
Mhm.
So Lisa, roll initiative again. So D20 plus your initiative modifier. Oh, I should roll initiative for the bad guys, huh?
Okay, so
Yeah.
D20 plus my modifier. Let me do that right now. All right. I rolled a 5, and my modifier on initiative is 1, so it's just 6.
All right, put in 6 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, because you could, the bad guys are not going to go on this order, so you could theoretically go in whatever you want. But I think having initiative order is sometimes easier than arguing about who wants
Well,
to go
you guys
first.
are doing so well, I can just stay back here.
All right.
I'm not taking any initiative at all. I wonder why that is.
I mean, given that this is our free go, as it were, I think if we
Yeah.
hit them with as much as we can.
Yeah.
At once, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So. Okay.
All right. Okay, Krong, looks like you are first, followed by Polecat.
Do I need to roll to hide, or am I automatically?
You're automatically hidden.
All right. Then I am going to attack with my short bow, which is a D20 plus 5. I rolled a 1 for a total of 6, but I have advantage because of the hidden. I have a total of 21. Does that one hit?
An arrow whistles out of the darkness, cutting across the large domed cathedral of horrors that is the Skull Temple, and catching. I don't know how you know his name, but I guess he has like a name tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a
I'm
nameplate necklace.
Tarkanon, ask me about flesh eating. Catches him in the shoulder.
Well, then I will do a D6 plus 3 from the short bow, 2D6 from sneak attack, and also I have an ability called surprise attack. Once per combat, if you surprise a creature and hit it on your first attack, it deals another 2D6.
Wow.
That's a lot of D6s that you just
That's-
listed there.
Yeah, it's a total of 5D6 plus 3.
56.
Take 23 points of damage.
Okay, I don't like that, but that is what happened. I can't do anything
I
about
like
it.
it.
All right, Tarkanon whirls around as an arrow like plunges into his torso, probably near some of his best organs.
His
My
favorite.
spleen!
The
My
good,
spleen!
the good ones. Krong, you all set?
Yeah.
All right. Cool cat.
You know what happens next after he gets hit by that? Is he
Boomerang.
hears something only he can
Dissonant
hear,
whispers.
which is eating other people is very bad. You shouldn't do it. It's very bad. And he must make a wisdom saving throw.
I just got my new ringtone.
How do you feel about a 10, Jason?
I feel great about a 10, Tony. Our friend Tarkanon, who we just met, is going to take 14 psychic damage from me, and he must flee to the far end of the skull.
Does he do that now or on his turn?
Immediately.
All right. So Tarkanon whirls around looking angry as he pulls the arrow out of his torso, and then his face twists and distorts, and it's just a look of fear and horror, and he runs and is kind of scrabbling on the far end of
It's very
the
bad to
skull.
meet other people.
He may now be out of range of some people, unless
Yeah.
those people wanted to move closer by moving further into the skull. Speaking of moving further into the skull, it's Sansom Jostlem's turn.
Well, sometimes the old ones are the best. I reach into my backpack and I pull out an abacus.
Oh, Abacus. Yeah.
He needs to make a dexterity 13 saving throw.
All right. He makes it. He got a 20.
Then
Anything on a miss?
nothing happens.
Abacus parts all over the skull.
All right. Just ball bearings and dowels everywhere.
Oh no! Great, we're all going to be slipping on ball bearings the rest of this turn.
And nope, that's it.
All right.
The abacus
Etheline.
never works.
All right. I am doing my hunter's mark. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, I just
Mark
say,
him
all right.
as your quarry.
Mark him.
Is that your action,
and then-
or is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, excellent.
So,
Out of your way
hey,
here.
that's mine. I'm marking you. I'm going to pee on him and roll. Oh, God, what the heck? Rolled a 4.
I have a question with Jason's dissonant whispers. Is he
Mhm.
rolling with disadvantage on everything?
No, he
No.
just had to run away. When it's his turn, he's fine again.
Mm.
So I did
All
not
right.
hit. And that is my
I'm
turn.
Sorry. All right.
It's okay. Next time.
Gwendiel.
Okay. I am going to throw a guiding bolt. And according to this, I rolled a 17. And there's an additional 5 in damage on top of that.
Okay.
So that's 22.
Wait, what?
No.
Do you have to roll to hit him?
No, I don't know. Well, I rolled 4 plus 1 plus 6 is 6, which is 17. And then
Ow.
in the column where it says hit / DC, I've got plus 5. So,
Okay.
That'll be a D20 plus 5 to hit then.
okay. I don't know what this means.
So
You roll a 20-sided die and add 5.
I roll a
and we
20.
compare that
Okay. I
to
roll a
his armor
20 sided,
class.
and then okay. All right. So now I have to roll a 20-sided die after rolling the 4 6-sided die.
Yeah, that's
No, you
the-
roll the 20-sided die first
First.
to see if
Oh,
you
I
hit.
do that. Okay, so I rolled 20-sided die first. All right. No, because I rolled a 1. Dang
Oh
it.
no!
So you're hanging out with me.
Your
and
guiding bolt
our-
ricochets
My
around.
guiding bolt was clearly like I'm so mad because I hit the thing and it rolled.
more like a misguiding bolt.
Yeah, more like a misguided
Hey.
bolt. Womp womp.
We see an
I-
exterior shot of the skull and just
like a
things
bolt is sticking out of the
ricocheting.
side. Okay.
flashes
I
of
reali-
light in the eye sockets.
Oh, I'm terribly disappointed by this. Okay.
I realized
All right.
Pascal did not take a turn.
Well, he gets 2 this turn. Then. I don't know.
Pascal,
I'm
do
just
something.
Okay, I think Pascal has a range of.
Yeah, I assumed he
Range
couldn't
of-
do anything.
Yeah, no, he could if
He can move.
if he hadn't been pushed back, he could have got there. So he can run in. I think that's about it. But then he's right in the middle of 4 nasty things. So
But we get that round, so he'll be there. So this second round, which is the first round before they go, he can.
I like your
do something.
thinking. Okay, so I can get 40 feet in, so that is going to take me to there. Right to
All right.
to the in front. Why not?
Jason, how does Cool Cat feel about things that are very similar to but legally distinct from guns?
He doesn't like it if the wrong people have them, but
okay.
But I think canonically he likes it if the right people have them.
Okay.
It's a very
He does care a lot about gun safety. He has a whole separate.
He does just safety, but sometimes you need them.
Yeah.
Just not in the hands of a bully.
Mm-hmm. All right. The surprise round has concluded. Tarkanon at the back of the skull reels around, no longer filled with fear about dissonant whispers.
Maybe a little filled with fear.
Maybe a little fear. Little scoosh, this much.
Slightly
just a touch.
afraid.
And he shakes his weird kind of staff of bone and leather at all of you and says, "You are creatures of violence. Join us. We will devour so much flesh together. Join us. I feel the hunger inside. You are welcome here." Crown.
This was not what we were expecting, really.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to all that. I'm so sleepy. Let's see. I would like to duck behind this pillar and try to hide.
All right.
I have a total of 17 on my stealth.
All right, you disappear behind the pillar.
Great. Now I will pop out the other side and shoot Tarkanon with my short bow.
All right.
23 to hit.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, 24 to hit. I forgot I have advantage.
All right. You hit him with another arrow.
And I do the same thing as last time, except without that last 2d6. So a total of 14 more points of damage to Tarkanon.
All right. Tarkanon is streaming blood down his many wounds, including probably his ears from the dissonant whispered, and he's just like, "Delicious! Yes, this is exhilarating. Join us."
Why do you even have exterior ears? You're a weird-looking lizard.
Well, I mean, he's got things that serve his ears. Lizards hear things.
Yes, but through their tongues and feet and stuff.
No, they've got little holes on the side of their head.
Yeah.
And that is where I shot my arrow.
Yeah, oh no.
He looks like half a Steve Martin now.
Yeah. Cool Cat is rushing into battle.
Cool Cat is rushing to right here. And then he is casting Bane.
Oh no.
Wow, hello, Tarkanon. Tarkanon and these three other losers now need to make charisma saving throws, DC 13.
All right. Well, Tarkanon is very charismatic. He is the leader of the Swimming Snakes tribe. He has led them into a new career of flesh eating. Very charismatic. He rolled a 7. The other three creatures, who appear to be perhaps no longer among the living, do not look so great on the charisma side. And yet, I got a 13, a 12, and a 3. What number did I need to beat, Jason?
13 was the target.
So one of them succeeds. We'll say.
How is it that on a saving throw they get to get the ties? That doesn't seem fair.
No.
Because the challenge is to get to 13, and he got to 13.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so two of them and Tarkanon are all baned. That means that every time they try to attack or make a saving throw for the next minute, they have to subtract a d4.
All right. What's the best symbol that represents Bane? This little weird eye
Little
symbol.
mask? Yeah.
All right.
A teddy bear?
But I had to run into the room because my Bane has a range. So.
All right. So they are disadvantaged by Cool Cat's Vengeful God.
Yep.
Or something.
Something like
that. Samson Jotham.
Well, everything else seems to be failing, so I'm just going to try and shoot him from the other side of the room.
You have high AC. You should get in the room.
I should get in the room, but I will move after I've shot him. I can't get close enough to get close quarters yet. So, but I can shoot 120 feet.
Okay, all right.
And I have.
What's your move? What's your movement?
That is a good question, actually. My movement, 25 feet.
Okay.
So
all right, that's not a lot.
far.
You're actually.
I'm quite small.
That's
He's got short legs, Jason.
yeah. Okay, so you,
Yeah.
okay, fair.
But
Not everyone
my-
has giant mascot feet like you.
It's true.
But I rolled a 24 to hit with a firebolt on Tarkanon.
What? You keep going for Tarkanon, not any of his 3 nameless followers?
No,
No.
it's
right.
like cut the swimming snake off at the head, whatever.
All right.
And I do. Hang on. Oh, no, that's 1d10. 1d10. And I do 9 damage.
Oh, Tarkanon does not look good. It's really... Is Tarkanon going to get a turn before you murder him?
Pascal.
Okay. I think the
Samson,
true...
are you going to run into the room now,
Yes.
like you promised?
Yes.
Cool Cat's getting kind of bossy.
Yeah.
Cool Cat's
He
down in there.
knows-
He's like, "Come on, buddy, you can take this better than I
He
can.
knows
Come on,
Samson's
Come
game.
on.
But Boss
Yeah.
Cat.
get in here."
Okay.
I
fine.
remember that fight in the winery where you all took turns hiding behind each other.
So I will
That was great.
I will
Not
run
winery,
into the room,
wine,
Cool Cat,
wine cellar.
Hmm.
and
Wine
fulfill
cellar.
my contract with you. There we go. As I stand
good.
behind Cool Cat.
Yeah, right. The guy who's got like 6 better AC than me is now hiding behind
Yeah.
me. It's perfect.
Okay, fine. I'll go beside you.
Yeah, you move toward being up behind Cool Cat, and Cool Cat's like, "Really?" And you're like, "All right, okay."
However, Pascal, the true flesh
True
eater-
hero. Oh, true
Yeah.
flesh eater. Oh, yes.
Pascal's not a hero. Is going to take a bite out of Tarkanon, hopefully.
He's the real flesh eater.
Yep. So that is force and power round is a +4. So that is a 17.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor Tarkanon. All he wanted to do
Really?
was ritually sacrifice people and live in its skull.
And eat
Um,
them. That's
so
all.
that is a 1d8 +2, which is indeed an 8.
All right. James, tell us about Tarkanon's final moments.
I think he realizes that his life of flesh eating, sometimes the flesh eats you, and he has this epiphany as steel jaws are heading in slow motion. and he has this-
I foretold.
Yes. All flesh is eventually eaten, and
Yeah.
he is a creature of flesh. So
and he has the flashback to every person he has eaten
It takes a
along the
while.
way.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he too is eaten.
Mhm. Tarkanon's final words: "Avenge me!" As a robot crushes his head.
Is he talking to us? Do we have
he's
to?
talking to his three goons.
Is that a final request?
Yeah.
Or do they drop because the power in charge is no
Tarkanon
longer
is
in
dead.
charge of him?
They,
It's
they
time to
have,
find
they have
out.
not even gone yet. Samson, are you all set?
Yep, I think Pascal is too.
All right. Just gonna roll initiative for some other creatures. Don't mind me.
Mhm.
Just words that I use to hurt you.
Just checking out a fight in a different game. I understand.
Yeah.
You're
You know,
running a lot of games. You have to.
Things seem to be moving down towards the mouth of the skull in a
I have
suspicious manner.
I have a busy calendar here. So, all right. So the 3 lizard folk that were near you, we're near Cool Cat and Samson, and I guess kind of near Pascal, kind of all turn to look at you, and indeed they do not look well. Their skin is kind of a grayish mark. They're covered with scars, and they seem to have rather large gaping neck wounds. It seems like much of this, but the swimming snake tribe, well, you may have killed their best warriors up in the cliffs, and Tarkanon may have run out of resources here inside his skull fort. So these 3 kind of ghoulish lizards are going to rush at you. They're going to go, I'm going to say 2. One is going to go for Samson, one's going to go for Cool Cat, and one is going to go for Pascal. How's that?
Ah.
Do we have an option?
Can we say no? I don't like that.
No, I think you should go for somebody else.
Sounds okay to me.
This is a creative process where I'm in charge. I will. Let me just
Lizard
check.
ghouls. Oh wow.
Yeah,
I love
lizard ghouls. So they are going to come rushing at you. They're going to do some claw attacks on you. Samson Jotham, I rolled a 10. Nope, I lower than that. All right, Cool Cat, 9.
Don't even need to ban it, do you?
And oh yeah, I forgot about that. And Pascal, 13.
Nope.
Minus Bane. All right. That could have gone better. Etheline, you are next. Etheline, you are also aware of there movement at the mouth of the skull.
Yeah. So because my target dropped to 0 hit points before the spell ends, I would like to use my bonus action. Can I see these creepy guys that are coming up behind us?
Yeah, you see that several giant lizards have crawled out of the moat or lake onto the bridge and are entering the skull.
Hey, that rock wasn't actually a person. What's going on here?
Yeah. It turns out lizards only eat rocks for so many turns before they jump to eat you.
Hey, you dropped your rock. Hey.
So yeah, I'm gonna go after this one right here.
All right,
that is
right lizard.
Yes, right lizard, as he is known to his friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot him finally. 13 plus 7 is a large number. 20.
All
so
right.
I will 1D.
This lizard is large and scaly. It looks rather ferocious, but your arrow finds a gap in its armor. It makes a satisfying thunk noise as it hits it.
All right. So I'm going to roll my 1D8 and my 1D6. I think
Hunter's Mark.
Yes, 100. Yep, D6. All right. Give him 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 3, 11.
Ugh, that lizard is badly wounded. You get him in one eye, and he's kind of reeling around. Ugh, he does not look good.
Yay! I hit something. Very excited. That is my turn.
All right. I think Tarkanon would go now, but
dead.
This is Dungeon Master privilege here. He was a cult leader. He had a spell book. He has a staff that does bad things to you. So many things, but we'll
shouldn't have worn that name tag.
We'll never know.
Always attack the leader.
Yeah. So his giant pet lizards are the only thing that he has, well, except for his ghoulish lizard. So they climb in through the mouth of the skull and make for Krong and Etheline are their targets. Let's see here. All they can really do is bite. They're not the kind of lizards that carry weapons. They're just, these are the angry dog version of the lizards, basically.
So they're like
except
for lizards.
Yeah. Krong, 18 to hit.
That will certainly
Etheline, also 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Each of you take piercing damage, 6 piercing damage as a lizard bites your leg. A large lizard. All right. Gwendil, you see giant lizards have arrived at the fight from the rear, while 3 undead are fighting with your friends in the middle of the skull temple.
So I feel like my friends with the undead are fine. I trust in Cool Cat, and always trust in Cool Cat, and I can either try to dart in and heal Krong or Etheline, depending on which one is more badly wounded, or I can try and shoot Sacred Flame at them, which is one of my things, or I can try and do a Guiding Bolt. I'm not sure healing them is the best bet if they still have the alligators attached.
Yeah.
They just bit them. They're not attached.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Just a nip.
Just a nip. So Is it just a flesh wound for you, Krong? Is it just
Yeah,
just a flesh wound for you, Etheline? Do either one of you need a cleric right now?
Nah, I think attacking to try and get them
Attacking
to
would be more
stop
helpful
biting
too.
would be more helpful.
Yeah. One of them is here. I'll put a red dot. One of them is severely. Oh no, it has a red dot. It's just.
It has a red dot. I'm just on top of it.
Are
Here,
there
I'll
real-
move out of the way for you.
Are there still
I'm
two
just-
more giant lizards on the tongue down here?
Unknown.
No, they've moved up.
Well, I
Yeah,
can
don't-
see them.
No,
Yeah,
no.
they're.
Sorry.
You
Okay.
see a lot of things. Huh?
Pay no attention to the lizards behind the
So,
teeth.
Etheline, why don't I try and help you take out the one that's already wounded?
Yep,
And
sounds good.
I think what I would actually like to do is try. I'm going to try the guiding bolt again. See if I can get the hang of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
I roll a 20 first, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, rolled my 20, and I got 3.
Another flash of light out of the eye sockets of the skull, and a guiding bolt punches another fresh skylight in the skull temple.
I think I need to go. I think I need to go back to just sticking with Sacred Flame from now on. That seemed more effective. All right,
It
so
happens.
yeah, so that was basically my turn, was guiding the bolt right out of the
Yeah.
skull
Yep.
and
Yep.
swamp where
Adding
two more
some
lizards appear to be
fireworks.
coming towards the dead body. Oh, great. Okay. All right.
Krong, there's a giant lizard behind you.
I would like to start by moving to the other side of the pillar.
All right.
Do you wish to opportunity attack me?
Well, you're within. I mean, are you leaving its?
I don't know if it has
Presence?
reach. I am trying to get to this. Like, there's a.
Yeah, he'll nip at you. He rolled a critical fail.
Okay, good. Now I would like to try to hide.
All
I
right.
do have disadvantage. 12.
Is that with disadvantage?
Yes,
Yeah.
my rolls were a 20 and a 12.
Oh, okay. You're hidden from the lizard.
Great.
It's unclear if giant lizards have object permanence.
I have extremely long bugbear arms and reach,
do.
so even though I am distant from this guy, I can still attack him, which I will do so from the shadows. I have advantage, but I only got an 11.
Ugh. Bugbear arms are reaching up from behind the column, and the lizard is very confused by this, but you fail to connect with him.
Okay.
The
And
lizard is like, the column is attacking me.
Ah! Object permanence is for mammals.
Krong, you all set?
yeah, I've only got 2 more squares of movement because I'm so sleepy. So
You
I'm just
are.
going to stay here.
Cool Cat, you are face to face with a ghoulish lizard undead monster.
Yeah, I don't like that. So 10 isn't going to hit.
Nope.
And an 18
You chop off one of his arms.
for 5 damage.
The lizard looks at you with a blank expression.
Okay.
All right. Samson Jotham.
Okay. Well, I raise my gun up to its face. Yes. While distracting it, I use the arm sword and stab it inside of the head.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yes, arm blade. Let's see. I rolled 20 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
presumably hit.
Yep, totally. These are
And
slow-moving undead lizards.
do-
Undead lizard folk. Totally different from these slow-moving giant lizards.
Right.
and do 9 damage.
All right, that's not good for team undead lizard folk. All right, what about Pascal?
Pascal is, well, I think Pascal can only attack the one next to it without getting attacked. So Pascal will chomp away at this undead person for 18 plus 4. Is it
Many?
plus 4?
Yes,
Yes, 18 plus 4. Well, I just wanted to get the numbers right. So that's 1d8 plus 2 damage to it. Which
Getting the
is,
numbers right. A guaranteed event with dice by Geek Calc.
which is a 5 damage.
All right. Chipping away at the various undead lizard creatures.
And I think that's all for me.
All right. Well, the lizard ghouls are next. They are going to attack Samson, Cool Cat, and Pascal. Let's just check on their attack here. Samson, 16 to hit. I think does not
That's
hit you
a
amazingly.
miss.
Cool Cat, 9 to hit. And Pascal, 14 to hit.
All misses.
All misses. Well, it goes faster, but I don't have to roll damage. At the line, there is a giant, annoyed-looking lizard in your vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will take my short sword
Mhm.
because he is too close to shoot an arrow. 14 plus 5 is 19 to hit.
The armor class of a giant lizard is 19.
Ooh, nice. So 1d6 plus 3, so 5 damage.
You slay a giant lizard. It makes kind of a weird hissing noise as you climb atop its head and plunge your sword into its head.
Wow.
You see in the shadows beyond other giant lizards making their way into this horrible skull fortress.
Lovely.
All right. Giant lizard's turn next. This giant lizard is going to move forward and try and finds Krong there. Krong bite attack, less than 10.
Miss.
Other lizards push forward and are blocking the way out. I will point out at this point you have killed the leader, so probably you just want to leave.
Yeah.
Gwendiel.
Okay, so Krong has a giant lizard near him that's still bothering him, right?
Mhm.
Indeed.
And then there are a couple coming in this way, right?
Yep.
So why don't I go ahead and try and throw some sacred flame at them?
Okay. Which one?
Let's see. Well, I'm a left-handed person. Let's try the one on the left, on the
All
one
right.
on the left on the tongue. How about that?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right. That lizard tries to duck out of the way. It fails spectacularly. These giant lizards are not very nimble. Roll damage for Sacred Flame. I think it's a D8.
Yep, it's a D8. I'm rolling it now. Roll. I rolled a 5.
All right. That lizard is annoyed.
Uh,
All right. Krong?
First of all, I want to glance around. Are there live lizard folk in these cages over here?
It looks like there is not. It looks like there is
Okay.
a horrible, horrible remains of people who were kind of ritually murdered and sacrificed. It seems like probably Tarkanon did not murder his 3 followers until he ran out of other people to murder.
Oh, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
Okay. I will try to duck back and forth. There is a pillar kind of between me and the lizard, and I'm going to try to hide behind it.
Yep.
I have disadvantage, so I have a 13.
All right. I think you have successfully confused that lizard.
Excellent. I will now attempt to kill it with advantage. I have a 23 to hit.
Ugh. You stab at it with your giant bugbear arms.
And I will do 11 points of damage to it.
It is severely wounded.
I'll just snarl at it. Are we going to leave or what?
Bull cat.
All right, time to attack this this jerk again with my short swords. Undead jerk. That's a miss, and that's
Barbecue or teriyaki?
a 22.
You
22.
plunge your short sword into the side. All kinds of horrible stuff spills out of him. Roll damage.
That is 2 plus 3, 5.
The undead lizard continues to kind of stare at you with blank eyes, though he is severely physically injured at this point.
All right.
Samson Jotham.
I think another swing of the arm blade.
Still sounding bored. I love it.
Well,
I guess
my arm literally
Arm
turns into a
blade.
sword, and I couldn't care less.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean,
If I must. Ugh.
you know,
Our
it's a-
hands just say hands.
Yeah.
Well, I have claws, but
I mean, Cool Cat's got furry hands, which is something.
Yeah.
So does
I have,
Krog.
I have claws too, but they're not as good as swords.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, fine. So I rolled 18 plus 5, 23 to hit the one straight in front of me.
Mini. Yes.
And I roll one. Where is it? Stupid website. That is a 1d8 plus 3, which is 7.
All right, you deliver a devastating blow. That zombie lizard looks like it is not doing well and is not long for this world. What happens over on the Pascal side of the fight nearby?
It's mainly rending.
All right.
It's a pretty much one note battle.
Yep, Ren versus Claws.
Yeah. I mean, it's jaws, it's claws, it's,
Yep.
you know, it's not subtle. And that is 13 plus 4, 17 to hit.
Plenty. Roll damage.
Okay, then that is a 1d8 plus 2.
The ghouls are a lot easier to hit than the giant lizards who have.
We picked the right side of this battle.
Ooh.
That is an 8 plus 2, so that's 10 damage on Mr. Lizard Ghoul.
All right.
Or
All
Mr.
3 lizard ghouls are now very badly hurt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tony. Are we supposed to say something about that? Oh, that's too bad. Oh.
Perhaps
I'm
they'll rethink their careers.
I mean, it seems like you're not really going to give them an option.
Yeah.
All right. It is the lizard ghoul's turn. Claw attack on Pascal. 22. I like that. Oh, though I guess I should apply Bane to it. Nope, that
Nope,
one doesn't
that
have
guy's
Bane.
not Bane.
He's not Bane.
Cool Cat. 6.
Nope.
And Samson Jotham 7. So I do get a hit on Pascal.
Sure
Finally.
glad I
do.
baned those guys. They're terrible.
So let's see. Pascal will take 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And this says if the target is a creature other than an elf or undead. Is Pascal a creature?
I would argue that he's
He's a construct,
basically-
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's a magical construct. He's not alive. Although some would argue that he is.
He's a creature.
He's alive
Yeah,
in
you're
our
a creature.
hearts.
Yeah. Tell you what.
That's the
Pascal-
best kind of alive.
Pascal, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okie doke.
Poison,
Constitution
robot.
plus 2 on that.
Oh, God, he's been hacked.
Yeah.
17.
All right. The lizard ghoul reaches, slashes across Pascal, and some of his cables droop out, and the lizard is trying to hotwire Pascal, but is not successful. Ugh.
Did not go to that technical. college.
It's hard. The ghoul is trying to cut the red wire, but I think
They're
lizard folk.
colorblind. It's not.
Yeah, I think they're undead and lizards, so they're double colorblind. Ethel.
Are undead colorblind?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Canon.
All right. Well, as I killed this lizard and have a screaming fire engine behind me.
I thought that was like a lizard ambulance coming. To
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're coming to take it away. I switched my hunter's mark to this one here that I will then shoot with my arrow, and I'm definitely going to hit.
Wait, the one that's in front of Crown?
No, the one in
Nope, the
on
one
song.
down here.
Okay.
So
the one I did that burn a little bit. Okay.
correct. So
Oh,
I
there's the
rolled
hunter's
a
mark. I see it.
24.
Ooh.
Another arrow whistles into a lizard, possibly landing a devastating blow.
7 plus 3 is 10.
Yes, that lizard is severely wounded. The next hit will undoubtedly kill it.
Sweet.
Mhm.
All right, put a little red dot on it.
There we
Why is
go.
there a
All
big
right.
yellow square around me? I don't like the looks of that.
I don't don't see that. I don't know.
There was for
Oh.
a second.
I think that's when
Yeah,
you mouse over yourself on the turn order.
Or any character
neat.
in
Okay.
turn order.
Yeah.
Turns
Cool.
Okay. Monty, you're hunted.
Sorry, I put Hunter's mark on you. I hope that's okay.
The
Hey, I
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh.
there are now three.
I knew you'd turn on me eventually.
Heel turn. There are now 3 giant lizards holding the exit. They rush in. They see. One of them was already fighting Krong. The new arrivals see Gwendiel and Etheline and are going to go for them. So this is going to be. This is a great lizard rodeo, everybody. Krong. 11, not very intimidating.
Nope.
Etheline. Much better. I bet an 18 will hit your armor class.
Yes, it will.
And Gwendiel,
Oh man.
14. Does that hit your armor class? It's
My
pretty
armor
good.
class is 18.
Oh no.
Wait.
Yeah.
Really?
Again,
I know she is.
our 2 toughest players
she
don't
hides
want to
behind-
be near anybody.
They never want to go in and fight.
You guys are secret
Our
jocks.
tanks are terrible.
So you don't even know. Yeah.
I have like no combat ability to speak of.
It doesn't matter. You take the hits.
Yeah, you take the hits so that they don't hit other people.
Yeah. So, Etheline, I think you got hit. A lizard
Yeah.
takes another bite out of your leg for 6 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Gwendiel, it is your turn. You've just discovered that you're tougher than you thought you were, at least compared to your friends.
Since I'm a veteran. All right, Etheline, would you like me to give you any sort of like
I
clerical?
would love it since I'm down to 6 and I have a
Okay.
feeling.
Yeah, you are at this point just a lizard snack waiting to happen. You are
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
bite from death.
What I can do for you, lady, is
Yes, please.
I can cure wounds. Would you like me to cure wounds?
I would really appreciate that.
Okay, so I have to roll an 8-sided die. Doing that now. Roll. All right, good news. I rolled a 5, and then I have +3.
8
So
hit
that's-
points.
8 hit points.
Sweet.
Okay.
Up to 14. I will accept that greatly.
All right. And do I still get to hurt lizards on this turn, or do I just get to help people? Okay.
I think that was an action, so that was your one
It's a
thing
helping
that you got
turn.
to do.
The
Okay.
life of a cleric.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Krong, it is your turn. There are 6 adversaries left in the Temple of the Skull. 3 badly injured lizard ghouls, 2 injured giant lizards, and 1 just... Oh, no, he's also injured. Injured, but not horribly injured. Not
No.
maimed.
Just mildly singed.
Yeah, smoking.
Yeah. Gently smoking.
I would like to,
Yeah.
again, duck behind the pillar to hide from the one that I'm sparring with. I have
Mhm.
disadvantage, but I'm going to use that inspiration you so kindly granted me to cancel
You
it
can...
out.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, could you see what the result was first? I guess not. Not
Off
if you wanna
disadvantage,
get-
that feels weird.
Yeah, you're right.
I rolled a 12.
All right. You once again somehow confuse this lizard as to whether the column is attacking him, someone near the column. How did this creature get such long arms? What is going on?
I rolled a 21 to hit,
You murder that lizard.
and I deal 15 points of rapier damage.
Ugh,
Big hairy arm coming around the pillar. Stab.
right in its head. One less lizard to worry about. Krong, what do you want to? Do you want to move anywhere at this point? I guess you're still sleepy.
I can move 3 squares.
Stay by the pillar.
Yeah.
There's no other pillars to hide behind in this skull temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of wander to this side of the pillar and hope this other lizard doesn't notice me, but he probably will.
All right. Cool cat. Zombie ghouls, giant lizards. What do you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me again.
All right.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll with advantage because I just rolled badly.
All right.
I rolled worse, so that's a miss. Regardless, so much for inspiration, and that is also a miss. So Cool Cat has done nothing except miss. The end.
All right.
But you're still alive.
You're still alive. Samson Jotham.
I will match the blank expression of this lizard ghoul with my blank expression as to have to use my arm blade again. And I will stab it in the throat. And I have rolled 21.
All right. You stab it in the throat. Roll damage.
And I stab it in the throat for 8 damage.
All right, it falls over and hits the ground, where it kind of loses a lot of its consistency.
Pascal will similarly repeat its previous action.
All right,
because that's what he was programmed to do.
Yep,
and
a lot of for loops in that panda.
Yeah, and Force Empowered Rend, which was a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Will that hit that lizard ghoul?
10 bite enemy, 20 go to 10.
Yes. And deal 6 damage.
Ugh, one more hit and that lizard ghoul is gone. All right. Anything else?
I think that's all we can do.
I got 2 lizard ghouls left. One of them goes for Pascal. 19.
Oh,
That will hit.
Pascal will take 7 more slashing damage and do a Constitution save.
Okay.
Cool Cat, 27 slashing damage, and you need to do a Constitution save.
All right.
I got 18 on my Constitution save.
You're fine, or Pascal is fine.
And my Constitution save is a 4.
All right.
Oh no!
There's a cut in your orange, terrifying mascot arm, Cool Cat, and it burns. It burns, and suddenly you feel all weird. You have been paralyzed from the scrape that the ghoul has given you. You are paralyzed for 1 minute. You can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of your turns, and if you succeed, then you are not paralyzed for a full minute.
Gwendale, you can't move when it's not your turn.
Oh no! I was coming over to help you.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right,
I'll just stay here.
Etheline.
All right, I'm going to take my short sword to beat this lizard before he can take a bite out of me. Hopefully,
Two giant lizards remain, both of them injured. Will you slay this one?
I will not because I rolled a 2.
Oh.
My gosh.
Things are going great for Team Giant Lizard in that they would like to eat some people before you escape from the Skull Fort. Etheline, Giant Lizard bite coming your way. That is a 19. 6 piercing damage. Gwendale, Giant Lizard bite coming your way. That's only a 10, which we've established does not hit your tough cleric-y exterior. Gwendale, it is your turn.
How did a giant lizard bite Gwendale?
I think Glendale has moved around a little bit.
Yeah, I think Gwendale was originally up there with the lizards and
originally the three of you were there.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
you're allowed to scream and run. You just have to do it in place when it's not your turn.
And Tony, I did make a concentration save for the Bane and succeeded.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, question to the rest of the team. I also have a healing word spell where a creature of my choice regains hit points equal to 1d4. Would it make sense?
You could befriend if you used it on the giant lizard. You could befriend it, maybe.
Well, no, I thought I could help Cool Cat.
I don't need that kind of help. I think you'd be better off attacking.
All right. In that case, let's crisp up some lizards, guys.
All right.
Yep.
All right. We know that I'm really no good with the kiting bolt. I'm 0 for 2 on that one. I'm going to try a Sacred Flame again.
On the severely injured one or the one you've already cooked a little?
On the one I've already cooked a little.
All right. Sacred Flame. So it'll attempt a dexterity. It fails. These are big, lumbering beasts. Roll your Sacred Flame damage.
Okay, it's 4.
All right. This creature is severely wounded. The next hit will take it down.
All right. So you have 2 that are best about to take it down.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Kron, 4 enemies await. 2 ghouls, 2 giant lizards.
I will start by my traditional hiding behind a pillar. 19.
Looks like you're successful. You are like the wind. The wind that was also a shadow. Shadow wind.
Exactly. I will shoot the one that is closer to me that Gwendale just burned a little.
Yeah.
I had advantage. Both rolls 15 to hit.
All right, your bow. I guess you don't hit them with the bow. That doesn't make any sense. The arrow from your
That's
bow guides true, but plinks off of their armor like scales.
So it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if it had hit, I would have rolled a 1 on all 3 of the dice for a total of 6. Just want people to know that.
All right.
You're doing
3d6 plus
great.
3 damage.
We're just really tired, you guys. I think that's why.
Cool
Yeah, I'm
cat.
just kind
you
of leaning against the pillar at this point.
Yeah.
I'm paralyzed.
Yes. Do you know what paralyzed means?
I can't do anything.
Well, when you are paralyzed, there's some things you can do. You're incapacitated. You can't move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Yeah, so you're really bad. But you can make a saving throw to not be this.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
16.
You are better. You are no longer paralyzed, so attacks against you do not have advantage.
Great.
All right. Samson Jotham.
Well, I will help my furry friend out and attack the lizard ghoul that's right in front of him. And I rolled a natural 20 plus 5.
Sweet.
So I think this thing is toast, but let's roll it.
Remember, you get to roll double damage when you get a natural 20.
Yeah,
Double
so it's
damage on the dice.
double
not
dice.
you.
Yeah.
And then
So that's a 2 and a 5 and a 3. So that's 10.
all right. You've severely wounded that lizard folk, but it is still alive.
Now, here's an interesting tactical thing. Pascal has 1 hit point remaining. So I could attack the lizard ghoul and try and kill it.
Take him down.
The one next to me.
What does Pascal's programming tell him to do?
Or I could repair Pascal, which would put him back up to full hit points. Pretty much. Well, unless I roll really badly on the dice.
I think you should try and attack him, honestly, because he's going to come at you. But if you kill him, then he doesn't have
Does this
an
lizard ghoul
attack.
look really bad, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say take him out.
Yeah, if I miss, Pascal's toast. The fans will be unhappy.
Which
Pascal's
Head
fans.
reveals him.
yeah. Jason, bring in the bags of Pascal fan mail.
Now, if you're listening at home, everybody who believes in Pascal, clap.
Clap, clap.
I believe.
I believe. I mean, he's on the map. He's
Look,
literal.
the U.S. Postal Service delivered this mail for Pascal, so therefore he must exist.
Some of this is for the mathematician. Some of this is for
Jason,
the programming language.
We don't know when this is going to air. There might not be a postal service in the future.
Oh God.
I'm referencing the Miracle 34th Street. reference,
yeah.
so.
Well, all your wishes paid off because I rolled a 20 and then I rolled 10 points.
See?
Of damage.
All right, Pascal.
You can do it, Pascal.
Pascal jumps up
for the better. Yay.
and burrows through the torso of the lizard ghoul,
God.
emerging on the other side, covered in gore. Is this winning?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Samson, all set?
Yes.
All right. The lizard ghoul, well, it was attacking Cool Cat, but he has been most recently attacked by Samson Jotham. He will try and scratch you. He rolls a critical fail. Etheline, it is up to you. There are 2 badly injured giant lizards that are hard to hit. There's 1 badly injured ghoul. 3 things stand between you and escaping this horrible skull temple.
All right. I am aiming for the one with my mark, clearly, with my short sword. And I roll 17.
17 is not quite enough. These are very hard to
Dang
hit.
it.
Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, what does Bardic Inspiration
Maybe
do?
roll a d6 and add that to your total because Cool
I
Cat's
think-
going, you can
Cool
do it. You can do it. from the floor where he's laying because he was paralyzed.
For
I
future
rolled a
reference, Pool
5.
Cat, I think you need to have done that in advance, but I'll allow it.
Well, the problem is that the response is so fast that I can't stop it. When she
Yeah.
says what she got, and it was immediately a miss, and I was like, I already know the AC of the lizards, but
You're supposed to give the
it-
inspiration with a bonus action on your turn.
Yeah.
oh, am I? I'm not supposed to. Well, no, this is my cutting words. These are my cutting words.
Oh,
Cutting words affects when they attack us.
Oh well, then never mind, and everything is terrible.
No, we're going to say you did it because you didn't know, and I'm a generous dungeon
sure,
master.
okay.
Yeah,
And-
super generous
and-
to get this done with.
You weren't using your bonus actions
I-
anyway.
Yeah, you could have done it, and you didn't know. I think you didn't understand. Yeah, bardic inspiration.
No,
so
you're right.
you have
You're right.
cutting
It's
words.
in advance
Cutting
for
words
her,
is to interrupt.
and then
bardic
it's for the
inspiration
other
for
direction.
them
You're right. You're
Is
right.
for you to dole out.
I got
you
it
should dole
backwards.
those out left and right. It's okay. You're about to graduate. You've learned this thing before before leaving high school.
I've never been a bard
All right.
before.
Yeah.
Etheline, you've been a
Did
bard
I-
for like all summer.
It's like 2 days.
Also,
All right.
Bard camp.
So my
Roll damage.
5 plus 3
Is
Is
8, which is plenty. Giant lizard corpses are stacking up left and right. One lizard corpse, one pre-corpse. One giant lizard holds the door to the skull. One pathetic wounded ghoul harasses you from the back of the room. The giant lizard singular is next. Gwendriel, you're there.
Yep.
The lizard chomps harmlessly in your direction. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move right in front of it. Maybe that will improve my aim or my throw, as it were. And I will be trying Sacred Flame yet again.
Third time's a charm.
Lizard tries to dance out of the way and fails. Roll damage.
Roll damage. Damage is a 4 again.
It is exactly enough. The lizard flops over, charred. It smells
Yay!
like burnt
Yes!
lizard everywhere in this tomb.
It
They are gonna-
smells like chicken.
They are going to be airing out this skull temple for weeks.
Whoever lives here next.
Yeah.
Whoever lives here next. Yeah.
Yeah.
After we're done, there's an episode of Flopper Flip Dungeon
Yeah.
style.
What do you think? You think
No,
think
Biz.
the world is
Biz is going to
full of-
start his family here. That's what's going to
Yeah.
happen. Biz is going to bring
He's going to start a
his
warlock
lizard wife here, and the
school.
warlock
Yeah.
school is going to be in the skull. That's
Oh,
right.
this is a
Yep.
good place for a warlock school.
Right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you think the
Set
world
up
has
feng
enough?
shui.
The world has enough skull forts that you just leave one lying fallow? That doesn't.
Yes,
Of course
I do
not.
actually.
Oh no! Oh no! You move that in. That is prime real estate.
Biz is going to get a
Oh.
franchise from the Lizard Council and Lizard Folk
Yeah.
Council to set up a nice school out here instead of having the creepy cult take it over.
Yeah,
again.
he'll get a small lizard loan.
they're gonna give him like a little lizard, little lizard starter
Yeah.
kit from the
Yeah.
founders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
I love
don't give the lizard folk community enough. They are very progressive. They've got their
Microloans.
they're
It's all
pretty
the secret, Tony, to the success of the lizard folk is microloans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Krong,
I love it.
technically it's your turn.
All right, I will stagger to this side of the pillar and try to hide from that one lizard ghoul that's still out there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm still very sleepy, but I have a 16 to hide.
Yep. Yeah. From a lizard ghoul fighting 3 other people on the other side of a temple. Yeah.
I think
Does
you're
not even
good.
know you're there. Sweet
Well,
that you
I-
tried to hide.
I will
He's
take
got
a
other
short
things.
bow shot at him, but only roll a 10.
All right. He is still unaware of your existence.
All right.
Cool cat.
Oh,
You are no longer paralyzed. There's a lizard folk that is severely injured in his ghoulish state standing in front of you.
Tony, I rolled a crit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Were you using one of your real weapons, or was this like
So
a
my-
boomerang that
it's
doesn't
my
do
short
damage on a
sword.
crit?
It's my short
All right.
sword, and that is 11 damage.
All right. You slay the last remaining lizard folk ghoul. You take a moment to look around this horrible skull temple.
Yeah, we did.
There are several boxes that seem like they contain the closest these people have to precious goods. Inside one of them is about, I'm going to say, 55 gold pieces. And a bag of gemstones worth another 200 gold pieces. So you can divvy that up. You each get 50 gold pieces worth of goods. Several of the boxes seem to just contain. You don't open them because even from not very far away, those boxes are buzzing. So I don't know if you want to deal with that.
Nope.
There's also Tarkanon was holding a staff of withering, which you never even got to see what it did. It's a weird, long piece of wood with a deformed skull on the head and lots of bits of bone kind of strapped to it with leather that was probably made from things that were in here. I don't know if anyone actually wants that.
Cool Cat picks it up and hands it to Gwendale and says, "Here, check this out."
I will, because I have a +5 for Arcana.
Yeah, she'll figure it out and she can use it or not. But
Yeah.
Cool Cat feels like he doesn't need it.
Nope.
It
For
is
some
a
strange
powerful
reason.
Yeah, it is a powerful magic object, Gwendale. It does necrotic damage. It's made of lots of bits of flesh and bone from people that were killed here.
It's
so
like
it's
a
really
chicken McNugget.
yeah.
It's mine now. It's
It's
mine
yours
now.
now.
Yours
It's yours now. You may feel icky carrying it around though.
I can stick
just
it in my bag.
Put get a little carrying case for it. Wear some gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't make
I
eye
have a
contact with it.
backpack. I have a backpack.
Yeah.
I'll just stick it in my backpack.
All
for
right.
now. There we go. All me.
And so you leave the skull fort. You find Biz, who's kind of he's made himself a makeshift crutch, and you limp your way back to Lizard Folk civilization and eventually the town of Whitesparrow, having come face to face with the what are they? It's the swimming snake tribe, and answered the question: Who is the real flesh eaters?
They were.
I think it's you guys. It's nope.
Biz and Biz.
It's
It's
Pascal and Biz.
It's Pascal.
Yep.
It's Pascal. He was the one
Thank
that
you.
went through.
Thank you for playing a mini adventure. All that is left to do is for me to thank my players in initiative order. Monty Ashley, thank you for being here.
Tony, thank you for running this. This was super fun.
Jason Snell, you forced me to do this every Sunday.
Tony, thank you so much for acceding to my wishes and for also letting me play a character that I created as a joke. And Cool Cat loves you.
Cool Cat loves me. James Thompson, always a pleasure.
Since I believe Samson is graduating from D&D school with this adventure, Samson, I feel, would hand over all the treasure, his share of his treasure, to all of his teammates
that he has not spent on gold plating his panda.
And he and Pascal will walk off into the sunset with the sunset glinting off the golden.
Yeah, Cool Cat follows them. Hey, wait, Samson, wait up.
Yeah,
Brian, if you could put in the Incredible Hulk end music, that'd be great.
I was thinking like a montage, like where they are in 2 years.
Remember?
Yeah. Samson Jaffa,
Senator Pascal.
Senator Pascal and his disreputable aide. Samson Jaffa.
Cut to 2 years later.
Cool Cat has rabies.
It's a dark bar. We see a man bursts in and say, "I need the help of the greatest hero this land has ever seen." We cut to Samson and Cool Cat, who are sitting at a table. They both look at each other and say, "Pascal, it's for you."
Where was I? Kathy Campbell, thank you for filling in. That means neither Aline nor Annette will need to fill in for future sessions. We had this all planned out.
Be very pleased. I know we were ready.
This character could come back.
Yeah,
I know. Etheline is available for
rent.
A random player.
And
easy.
last but certainly not least, Lisa, thanks for coming back. Thanks for being here. Thanks for learning to play Dungeons & Dragons with us. I'm impressed that we were able to trick you into this.
I really enjoy all of you guys as people, and I really appreciate how patient you are with me while I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So thank
Dungeons
you.
& Dragons should be fun for everybody.
It is.
Listeners, teach your friends. Listeners, thanks for joining us. There'll be more adventures very soon. Take care. Goodbye, nerds.
Goodbye.
Bye.
The end.
We did it.
End.
Oh, thank
Okay,
goodness
stop.
I can send to you.
Save.
So that
file.
how much over did that?